Where we at? If we can get this going for today, where we at? Let me see if I'm up. All right. Coffee and Kush TV. I'll wait on it. I'll wait on it just a tad. Wait for it to load up here. And we'll try our best to get going. What that shit do? Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. All of I'm only gonna be here a short time because I got something to do. But I didn't want to leave without coming on live. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure I did that. I had to make sure I did that one. Yep. It was a long week. Long week is on uncovering a bunch of stuff in my personal life, realizing that all these people are into like black magic. Like I knew they was into but pinpointing that is all coming from a specific goddess and God and all of these other things, like pinpointing it has really been a blessing, because they do so much attacking on the Christian God. They do so much, oh, that's not real, and this one ain't real, and this one and that one. Then come to find out these people was into blood drinking gods, sacrificing little children. And look, what do you got here? 39 children rescued in Atlanta and Macon County, Georgia. It just so happened that's where all the rappers and shit at. Why is the African American rap music community so quiet on children trafficking? We must discuss that. We got to get to the basics. Why they always hollering, say her name, Tiana Taylor, say his name, this one, and say they name, that one, but they don't say no children has been abducted. Why? Cardi B always got her tongue out and her pants down, along with the wide receiver over there. Why nobody in the community, especially the entertainment community, the YouTubers at that covered it, and why they never speak on the trafficking of the children? Why? Y'all don't see a pattern here? Y'all don't see where's Fat Joe? We're going to start calling them out by their name. Where's T.I.? Where's Killer Mike? Where you guys that's expeditiously podcasting? Where is the material on 39 missing kids in Atlanta? There's children being found all over. U.S. Marshals finding kids all over. But it makes me think a lot where a lot of this money is coming from, being that they affiliated with these Clintons and these Democrat baby parties. Y'all ain't ever just tripped a picture like that. Why these dudes, they care about the most simplest things. Vlad TV talking about this one. This one is talking about that one. This one. Nobody's talking about them kids. Why Vlad TV ain't talking about missing kids? Why he ain't interviewing on trafficking? Why? Because I believe, just like I broke down in Epstein and hip-hop, I believe that the hip-hop community is hand in hand with trafficking. They never come out against it. They never come out against it. The rap community, where is Mason? The African Zulu Nation, they wanted Hassan Campbell to be quiet. Y'all remember that one? You need to be quiet, man. That's not right, man. Y'all need to quit doing this and blaming people, man. And now we see why. Because the fathers of hip-hop was what? Into little children. That's right. The African Zulu Nation founder, that guy right there, children. And it was bringing children to these hip-hop so-called gods. And these brothers who was breaking into the music, who wanted to check, and who look weird, all them weird looking, weird talking motherfuckers, they all have witnessed it or have seen it go down. And nobody says a thing. And now that this shit is worldwide, nationwide, it'll be like self-relieving if one of these artists or one of these, but no, they have all sworn into, so you would never hear them talk about it because it will lead back to missing children, adrenochrome, sacrifices, and that thereof. That's why. You and never, they won't come against it. They rather you focus on things that'll get the Democrats a half a vote. Like a nigga running back to the car with a knife, getting shot by the police. I don't care. Keep your blinders on. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Keep your blinders on. Because these folks don't care if they gonna got a gun, if they got a knife. They're here for George Soros style, Antifa style communism, protest, outrage for nothing. That's what these people are up to. Nothing. You know? Make sure, yeah, they say don't put your blind. Don't even send me nothing of nothing with these people. If it ain't Beyonce doing the more Kali dances, if it ain't more exposing of the god of Saturn, time, and all of this stuff, what is it? Let me know. We're not talking about nothing. People got to stay concurrent. They got to stay current, up to date. 39 children missing. Wow. U.S. Marshals. And that goes on all the time. A lot of people, so why they want to defund the police? You know why they want to defund the police? So they don't find no more kids. The Democrats, Antifa, and Black Lives Matter want to stop everything and defund everything that goes into investigate where the kids at. Have y'all noticed that? Oh, they don't care about nothing but who got shot in the back and how they can cry about it on Facebook. They don't care about nothing. They have nothing to care about. They never cared. They don't even know how to care. KF wrote. They don't even know how to have. They don't even know how to see through it. They've been participating in Democrat baby shit for so long. They don't even know how to see through it. They swear they waking up to something. They swear. 39 missing children. Wow. Over a 2-week span being hid at people's houses. People kidnapping people, kids, talking about their aunties, family members. They're not even family members. They just kidnapping girls and boys. They're trafficking, trading right in front of people, right in our own neighborhoods. People are holding hands to the store. It ain't even their kids. Why is the black community so silent on these matters? I tell you why. Because their rappers ain't talking about it. The heads, Russell Simmons, he won't talk about this one. All them people trying to establish a contract. What does children have to do with this? Let's see what the children. What's on the contract for the kids? Ice Cube. Huh? What is in it? What's the deal for the children? There is no deal. There is no deal. They don't want us to focus on the children. The first time the Wayfair and all this stuff started popping up, did they cover it? No. No, they did not cover nothing. They not covering nothing about kids and cargo ships, no celebrities. They all was taking their pictures down. They post on Twitter talking about they was at pizza. Look at John Legend wife talking about pizza, talking about she loved to have a little all this wild stuff, and y'all just let it go. So I believe that all the celebrities, all of them, have that ain't coming out against this children trafficking and stuff like that, have interest in this business. I don't even like none of these people. I'm turning my back on all these folks. You know, cause when it come down to the kids, see people talk a good one when they in front of you and the music sound good, but when it come down to them kids, man, you know, if it's as bad as they say it is, especially in our communities, And now that I know the God that y'all worship demand sacrifice from black babies, I get it now. Press 1. The whole code of silence, I get it now. I get it what it mean to be black in America. I get it. We're your own people. Sell you off. I get it. The God y'all pray to. You want to be a diva so bad. A diva from Cali? You want to be a thug from Cali? Or you want to be a diva? D-E-V-A. Y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. That Hindu religion got y'all so caught up. That Hindu New Age mixed with a little African centricity. That shit got y'all so warped. It ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back. The way y'all speak is as y'all Hindus. Y'all go over there and buy their hair and put it in y'all head, not knowing what's in that. Y'all don't know what this fuck going on with y'all. Y'all don't know what's going on. Victoria's Secret's got RFID chips in their bras and y'all playing. Y'all want to be entertained by rappers and shit when this shit is hitting the fan. Kev roll. I ain't got no time to pay. We gonna be doing this all year. Soon as it happens, we on their head. Because this is the information they supposed to be paying attention to. Right here. 39. Kid, it's gonna be more. There's always more. It don't make no damn sense. You know, shout out to Judith. Yeah, where all these people at? Where the rappers at? Why Jay-Z and Beyonce don't ever talk about missing children? Why these rappers and Plies and all these people with these traveling circus acts? That's what I call them. That's what they are. A traveling circus snake oil salesman. That's what Plies is. A traveling, they got to be from India somewhere. All they do is clown around and dance around and here to amuse you, and y'all think that's y'all culture. They've been doing this for centuries. You think Ice Cube is you. You think these people is of you. Man, these people will sit here to destroy you, to do this to you. These people will sit here to make you act like this, like a damn clown. You feel me? So a lot of this stuff is just so ignorant. It's just a shame. Black congressmen, y'all see my Instagram? Black congressmen being harassed by Black Lives Matter, Antifa, Rand Paul, white congressman, damn near about to get jumped by Antifa. Rand Paul, once again, they out there. Say her name. Like, you can't force nobody to say nobody's name who's being killed. My cousin was killed. My nephew was killed by the police. I can't force nobody to say nobody's name. And y'all not even doing it correctly. Y'all say her name over there. Y'all don't use people's deaths to cause destruction over here. You don't use people's death. And then you ain't even part of the family to go over here in the family name and start messing with representatives. To start throwing things. Y'all people crazy. And that's why the federal government is pulling up on you niggas and women with your families in the car, snatching y'all up out of there. And you be in federal court because y'all, and Ice Cube ain't gonna bail you out. Them rappers ain't gonna bail you out. You are now product of hell, jail, lost soul, no hope. And the only thing that you're gonna be thinking about for 30 days, once this shit wear off, is just, man, why did I fuck? Ain't nobody coming to help you. They got y'all out here wilding. These entertainers got y'all out here wilding for nothing. Not all of you, because most of them people is Antifa and BLM. So don't get that shit twisted. You know? It's a shame. It's a shame. I sit up here and watched it go down. I watched the Democrats take $1 billion from Black Lives Matter, and they handed that shit over like they were some Greek gods or something. They just, and then got on the internet and act like they don't know what happened. What happened was y'all just gave them $1 billion and then said we need some money for. See, that's the difference between Donald Trump. Donald Trump would have told you what to do with that $1 billion. He wouldn't say, "Give me that." Y'all gave them that. Y'all chose to do that. Donald Trump, you know what you can do with that? Donald Trump don't want to see you for 10, 15 years. Why would he, what's the point? Why are you giving me that? That's what y'all made. Why, that ain't mine, that's y'all. That's shit Donald Trump be on. Y'all on some, here, I made all this money, boss. Here, they like, thanks. Now get on back out. What we get now, Ice Cube? What we get? Nothing. That's what you get, nothing. We need all this. We got elections. It's a shame y'all allow these people to walk y'all right off the cliff. That's why my name Bennett. I'm not in it. They ran off on the plug. They ran off on the plug on a fundraiser. They ran off on them. Lord, I've been learning so much about Kali, the CERN machine, what these people believe in, all of this. I said, you mean to tell me that Shiva, Kali, Satan, Baphomet, Pan, all of this is representative of the same substance? President one, this is of the same. Is that what y'all telling me? We're talking about shape-shifting ass shit here. Now, you know, now you got to know who these people is. Now you got to know why your community is the way it is. Straight black destruction. No thinking, straight thuggetry, straight because you been you been castrated. That's why. And because Shiva and them cut off your false sense of ego. That's why. That's why ain't nobody coming to your rescue, because the God that they worship is the God of poverty. Press one. He's the God of poverty. They forget to tell you that one. Don't ask why you ain't got shit, because the God y'all worship is the God of poverty. Oh, me. And y'all good people that live within poverty is the victim of thugs. Period. And you can't see within that, that's your fault. I'm not, that's it. The training wheels is off today. That's their whole thing. Planned Parenthood, thuggetry, this one and that one. Everything we live and go through is what they got Kali. That God, that Hindu God is the God of. That's why you worship that one. That's the blend. That's the Catholic Church. That's all that. That was the switch to get you to worship your own demise. That's all the devil wanted from the beginning, is for you to worship him like you would God. So why not blend it too, like Constantine? You feel me? But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. You know. Beautiful time to be alive to witness this, though. You know. I thought people were just mad and upset. You know, hood shit. No, this is an influx, inbred position of masonry. All that turban shit like Nick Canopy. All that is East Indian. This is a band. This is a band of travelers. That's what Masons call themselves. They travelers, right? So they rob travelers too, right? All right then. KFO. That's what they do. They rob and pillage each other, and they suffocate each other with goddamn handkerchiefs, and they catch you slipping. Once you in the game, you in the game. Watch out, because your own homies will get you. You get me? I play it with the road. Kev, that stream last night was crazy, fellas. Salute to your work. You did that. Well, I forgot what we was talking about. What was we talking about last night? What was we on? Legacy? Shout out to Legacy. What was we on? Man, I be forgetting, bro. We just be flowing. I watch it. I watch it. I watch it. You know? I watch it. I watch it. You know, we just been on fire. This is the work. We was on Kali. That's what it is, and that's where God want me right there. That's it right there, Kev. That's it. That's where I want you. You just don't know. That's it right there, Kev. Stay right there. and eat. All right, now, once I seen it, I never left. There it is there. The revelation, the revealing of to his people. See, people talk. I'm talking about to God's people. I'm talking about for our people to help his people see. See, the rest of everybody else see already. You feel me? They already know. They all took fellowship to do this to you. Trust me. They already know. It's getting you to realize where you at. You know what I'm saying? And what time it is. And that's the whole thing. Everybody else know. You know? It's the simple, it's us who is ignorant to the power of our Father, who let us go off and go. Even though he jealous that he ain't just go. Worship what you want, and this is what's gonna happen. Now, this is what happened to us. Totally ignorant. We call his name. He don't even come to the rescue no more. Exactly the way that the demons wanted it. That way. They want us to let them out. You know what I'm saying? They want y'all to worship them. They want to put the sewing machine with they God and send it up there like it's a threat. Like, here he comes, like that type. Imagine being the Most High. You see Shiva coming like a beam, get by information and technology given to them by demons and shit. That's what they think is going. You know what I'm saying? That's their projection. But just like I know, trust me, he knows. You know what I'm saying? If I know, yeah, bro. Lord have mercy. Hit that like button. Northern California, keep putting that truth out there. Shout out to Granny Candy, but shout out to Legacy T. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, man. We be putting that information in every day, man. Try to. You know, I was gonna play me some military games real quick on my Xbox and just chill, do me a little campaign, or maybe I was gonna play some what's that campaign? The 300 chip. But it's Assassin's Creed, but the Trojan one, the Odyssey. Yeah, I want to play that whole little campaign. I was thinking about starting that tonight, and I said, you know what? Let me go live to talk about what I want to talk about. Hey, yo, Kev, Kylie's sister is named Kamala. No cap. I don't know that, but if you was to give me that, that's even better because you get a sense of where I'm going here, bro, and what I've done. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can stop this no more. I thought the Nipsey was big. I thought the Biggie, but this is huge. This is the identification to us that what system we was just in. Remember I told y'all I compared this to David and Goliath? Just what system we in, you know? It's biblical what's going on now. Very biblical. You know? I love that right there. Divine intervention, you can call that too, you know? I just want to keep the children being saved alive. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us forget, and a lot of black YouTubers don't even want to talk about it because they know somebody who possibly they don't even want to talk about the whole community. The whole community. They rather talk about somebody else's business that don't exist, or maybe it does. Or maybe it does. But people business rather than the saving of children and fatherless people. You know, pretty much children. You know, Kev, is the phone lines open, sir? Well, you know, I should turn them on. Yeah, why not? But phone lines is open. Why not? I like being the one who can question everything. I like being the one on YouTube that can give y'all the what if or the so-called conspiracy and all of these things. You know what I'm saying? I'm so honored to even be able to express myself this way. You know, that people can understand at multiple levels. You know, we came a long way. You know, a lot of people be mad at me at the first level, I'm back up at the 6th level looking like, what the fuck? They don't know why I'm frustrated. I'm like, bro, that was 10 minutes ago. We jumped on. I apologize. I apologize. Shout out to my man Elio. I'ma unblock you. I'ma unblock you. I'ma find out how first, and I'ma unblock you. Lord have mercy. You know, I think these kids and all of this have something to do with this black magic, black death, black everything. All that, all black everything. We thought they was appealing. See, they was appealing to our emotional side, the trauma that we've been had to go through while we're here. This is the magic of these people. This is the magic of them. We gotta break all spells. Coffee and Kush TV 856 in here. What up?
Yes, how you doing today, Kev?
Turn that sound down in the background. What's up with you, champ?
All right, I just did. But I think you're right about everything you're saying. People need to hear from out of African people. Well, they're not even called African, like you said, out of African people's mouths that they're nothing like us and they have nothing to do with us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And only that. I also like you've been talking about how people have been taken over as far as the demons, which people think they're reptilians and all this other stuff. I have a video for you for that also, which a lady says she's God fearing. I think you'll love it. She's talking about she had a dream how she woke up and then there was snakes everywhere where everybody was walking and they was biting people, but they wasn't biting people to let go. They was biting people to keep on to them, latching on to them,
Yes,
and
man.
sucking
Yes.
them to
Yes.
venom.
This is
You know
this
what I'm
is
saying?
very biblical here, where everybody's gonna leech on to you, to your
Yeah,
spirituality. They're gonna leech on to your legal name. They're gonna leech on you the best way they know how without you knowing. That's why it's important
correct.
for us, me and you, to talk about these things and let other people know.
Hmm.
Be still,
Hmm.
don't do nothing because shit is happening. Don't do nothing. Go ahead,
You're right.
champ.
You're right. You're so right. Like you've been hitting on the mark all week, and it was crazy because when I woke up, it was like Monday. I woke up, and the first video was normally her, it was her. I normally never seen her. I normally search for your video, you sound such and such like that. You know that. But within that notes, I typed in the dream. I just like I was automatically reading it like it was my dream or something like that. Like it was crazy. And then she was just saying how people need to get prepared because the biggest snake is coming soon, the anaconda. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's going to be able to fight that if they already have these other snakes reaching onto them, sucking them up,
She said the
hitting them
what?
up with venom.
She said the what
The
was
biggest,
coming?
the biggest snake is going to come at a certain time,
The
which
biggest
will be
snake?
the anaconda. Yeah, within and the way I interpret it as if like you said, their last strike. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she literally said the biggest snake is to come.
Yeah, I just already sent you the video from this number
Oh
right
my
here. I
goodness.
already
I
sent you the
told you,
video.
I told you,
Yeah.
listen, I just did a show the other day and I told the people I had a dream about a
Mm-hmm.
huge snake. His motherfucker was big. And he was just, when I
Mm-hmm.
opened my eyes, he was just looking at me, just
Mm-hmm.
looking at me. And I, no fear. I looked at him, kind of shook my head, and he just moved on and got to wiggling. And I said, "Whoa, he's huge!"
Mm-hmm.
It was like anaconda. It was bigger than that. It was huge, but it was that style.
Right.
But it was just letting
I
me.
would.
It let me know. It let me know that me personally, that Satan or the serpent spirit knew who I
Mm-hmm.
was, and I knew who he was, or what
You
it
know,
was. Go ahead. And why it was
they
on
do-
his belly and all that. Go ahead.
they know who to fear. They know who to fear. They know who they can't touch. So all they can do is try to strike them with fear, literally like a snake. You
Yeah,
know.
and those type of snakes, they don't strike, they constrict. So they devise plans
Mm.
to constrict
Mm.
you out of position. It's not like a viper or a cobra that'll strike you and you venom out. This one is craftier than any.
Mm-hmm. I get it. I get what you're saying. I get it.
That
I get
motherfucker
it.
line
I
you
get
up,
it.
boy.
I get it. That's
And
why I would know
devour
you would
you,
love
and
that
you can't
dream.
even move when they
Oh,
box you in like that. Yeah,
I know
bro.
you would love that video, and I would love to hear you interpret it, bro. I did send it to you,
Did you
but I
send it to
also
me?
want to say, Yes, I did. I just sent it to you from
Go ahead.
856 number. I could send it again. You could go through it. And I also have a video from the African lady. She was breaking down the Beyonce video also, and how that's bad to just look up to Cali like that and stuff like that. How people in Africa don't even worship that stuff over there. They are Christians over there, like you were
Yeah,
saying.
they understand
Seriously.
the power of the word of God over there, and they're getting more. You feel me? And those are brothers
Mm-hmm.
over there. But look, the whole Eastern Asia, Buddha, all of that derives from this here.
Mm-hmm.
All of
Mm-hmm.
it.
I see
So,
it.
it's hard to say, but most white folk are Eastern European, are East Asian, are Middle Eastern, and they all end up, that this is what's natural to them.
Right.
And that's okay.
That's
That's okay.
mm-hmm.
If that's
Right.
natural to them. I don't know about the black blood and the black God and all that stuff. But for us
Mm-hmm.
over here, our God, that's foreign to us. That's wild
Right.
shit.
Right. Yeah, right, right. I was once lost,
you,
but I ain't
you,
gonna lie, I'm gonna admit it right here. I was lost. And I thank you for like the lady that's always calls in from New York. I
yeah.
thank you, bro. And I love what you call in too, bro. Cause
I love New
that
York.
thing
I
like
love when New York
not
call
for
in,
nothing,
man.
I feel like she's thanking you for me too and everybody else that sits back in the back, bro.
That's
Seriously.
what's
Like
up.
cause she really do thank you from the bottom of her heart. I can hear it, man. Word, every time.
Where you from,
Seriously.
man? Where you from?
I'm from New Jersey, Asbury Park, New Jersey, man.
Shout
Word.
out
Yep.
Asbury Park,
Mhm.
New Jersey. I love when y'all call in and don't be taking,
Yeah.
but I talk a lot of shit because I know the East Coast like when niggas talk they shit. I pick that up.
Yeah.
You feel me? So everybody be
Yo,
like,
that's a
Kev, why
fact.
you be talking New York
That's
like that? They be trying to use that shit against me, but I know the streets in New
nah.
York
Nah,
like
we
when
love
niggas
that
talk
shit.
they
We
shit. Let
like
the
if you
nigga
don't
talk
talk
his
to us
shit.
like that, if you don't talk to us like that, then we gonna walk over you. You feel me?
There you
Straight like
go.
that. You feel me?
There you go. Shoot
But
some shit. I thought that's what it
that's
was,
why they be
motherfucker.
intimidated to call you. That's why they be intimidated to call you. But I'm saying right now, people, we should all call them, man. We gotta all start. I understand where you
Shout
coming
out
from, where you
Jersey,
see
man.
the
Shout out
conversation
Jersey.
was get everybody brains ticking and going, and you never know what can happen from there, man. I thank you, bro, for your show.
Of
Keep it
course.
going, bro.
The
And I'm
best
gonna
thing
send
we
you.
can do is dialect. That's the best thing
Yup.
we can do. And you feel me? I'll be right there. I hug you
Agree.
back,
Agree
bro.
to
But shout out to
disagree.
you, man.
Agree to disagree. All right, man.
My
One.
man. Feel me? Let me talk my shit. You feel me? You feel me, man, dude? Let me talk my shit, bro. Oh, we all fam anyway. That's it. Let him go. Let him rip. I ain't know nothing about Kali. I knew about Satan, but I didn't go deep in knowledge about the derivatives of names and where it all comes from. I said, okay, what is the origin of all these people that I'm Saturn? You don't say. And then I started reading the similarities between these deities, and it was all the same. It was all the same, depending on who was telling the story from a European version to an Asian person. It was always the same. This one. Oh, it was either, they say he's the biggest, she's the biggest destroyer, and this one, but they didn't understand. Or this this the this the this is the one right. This is the nothing that's right here. This is you. This is it. You know what I'm saying? I got to studying on that. I said, wait, and live on the air, we was studying together. We're gonna watch a lot more videos on that type of stuff because you have to know. You sitting up there in them yoga positions, you want to know what the hell you doing, right? You walk in somebody's house, they legs is crossed, they up there talking about with an eyeball right here, blinking and shit. You like, Tony, you wanna play the game? Tony, this niggas is still wake up, Tony. Be Jesus. You better baptize him. I'll baptize his dumb ass. Bam! Jesus' hand right there. I baptize him. I have to go get a bucket so fast, nigga. Coffee and Kush TV. Catch him with his hand up.
Hey Kevin,
How you doing?
how you
Coffee and
doing?
Kush in the air. What's that?
How you doing, sweetie?
I'm doing pretty good. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Sure, this is Gwen calling from Carson, California.
Carson,
So,
California. What's happening?
mhm. How you guys doing? You know what? I just wanted to add a little bit in. You guys were just talking about the snakes and Kali and all of that, and I missed your show yesterday, and I wish I had not because I wanted to call in, but I'm glad you're kind of on the same topic today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Anytime you dream about snakes, you are right on the target. It's an enemy that's looking at you and watching you. And, the characteristics of the snake that you're looking at, is probably the same characteristics of that person. I had a dream like that, and it was one snake was long and skinny, and the other snake that was side by side to it was black. And they were almost like they were connected at the hip. And come to find out, it was two people who I worked with, and their chairs were side by side each other. And I told one of my girlfriends about the dream prior to us finding out about these people. And so it was them who were the snakes in the dream. One guy was a tall, thin Hispanic guy, and the other snake was a short, kind of heavy-set black African American girl. And so, but I knew, you know what I'm saying? I knew that they were against me, and God was always guiding me and talking to me, and so I was able to handle them accordingly. But I just wanted to tell you, there's everybody out there actually. Matthew 18:18, where it talks about whatever you bind in heaven will be bound here on earth, and whatever you loose in heaven will be loosed on earth. And you can begin to pray that prayer or ask God to bind those enemies who are trying to attack you. And it's a lot of different things that you can add in there to stop the attack of that person. And then what you want to do toward the end, you want to make sure that, because they have like a retaliation spirit, right? And so like if you stop them, or you find out that they're attacking you and you bind them, sometimes they'll have like built into their little satanic curse or whatever, like a spirit that will come out after that and attack you. And so a lot of people don't know. And so I
Oh, wait,
learned
wait,
that.
wait, 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 wait. Okay, so what you saying is, first of all, the
Mhm.
snake is there. That's somebody
Right,
in association with you. But
right.
but you said, damn, you fucked me up. You messed me up right now. You
I'm sorry.
said,
I'm sorry.
you said when you find out who the snake is, right, to a T, your discernment on 1,000 for sure. It's Kev Bro, right?
Right.
The snake can feel spirit change. It'll switch up. It'll become a different devourer. Is that
You
what?
know what? I can't hear you. You're going in and out.
Oh,
Can immediately in your sleep. I mean, that's because your spirit man is never asleep. Your
right,
spirit man, if you
right,
when you tune with God and you pray and you know how to reach God, your spirit man is never asleep.
right.
It will wake you up in your sleep, and you hear people say it was like an outer body experience,
Yeah.
but it was just you're in
It
you're
was
in
your
the
spirit
spirit.
man. It was your spirit man
Yes,
waking up and caught it.
yes, and caught them,
But
and
you was your
immediately,
body was asleep, but your spirit man
yes,
was on full alert.
yes, yes, sir, yes, sir,
So
and
it
and
pictured
yo,
it got to convey that message back to you as a big snake
yes,
over you. There
yes,
is a big snake around this motherfucker.
right, right. And I'm gonna tell you, Kevin, I've had many dreams. You mentioned G. Craig Lewis. Wait, let me finish that topic. So when you're asleep, if you're asleep and you have that dream, your spirit man can wake up and your spirit man will pray for you, because you know that your spirit man knows what to do because you've done it. You've done it in the flesh, right?
That's
Because
right.
Matthew 18:18, you bind whatever is in heaven, you bind it on earth, right? Whatever is loose, you loose it on earth. So you bind the attack of the enemy. If you know the enemy specifically, that spirit, like you can say the Kundalini spirit, because that is a true spirit. I'll break that one down as well. And when I tell people think that this is fake, they say that Jesus is fake. It's such a lie, because I've used his name and stopped the enemy in his tracks. I've stopped a dog from about to attack me and my husband in their tracks, because they have to obey you. And you have to know who you are in Christ. As long as you know who you are in Christ, they are subject to you. They have to do what you say. This is my thing. I absolutely love this, because I've done this so many times. And because God was, telling me as a young girl,
You want to
he
know
told
some?
me,
You want to know some crazy? You want to know some crazy shit?
what?
My physical body identified the snake, and it fucked me up.
See?
I happened to just look at somebody like very just. I happened to just catch him, and I said, "What?" In my mind, I was like, "This person is a snake, literally."
Uh-huh.
I
Mhm.
was just, they
Mhm.
talking and shit. I'm like, because it tripped me the fuck out. But go ahead, you can continue with it. But that what you saying makes a lot of sense because you said
Yeah, I mean,
because you did it before. That's why your spirit. You said your spirit body can defend you while you sleep. Correct.
yes, it's never asleep. It's never asleep. And sometimes, people say they get their gut feeling, okay, that's fine. But sometimes, when you don't, when I was younger, I didn't even know what it was. You know what I'm saying? But I could stand next to a person, or a person can walk up on you, and you can feel like this feeling like something wasn't right. It was like, how you turn a salt shaker upside down and shaking it, you can see everything bouncing around. That's how it felt in the inside. And later on you'll find out that this person was a jacked up person. Was always up to something no good. And so, that's your spirit man basically telling you that, hey, watch out. And I honestly, I think, because I was young, Kevin, you know what I mean? I was young, and I think because I wasn't in disagreement with the word of God, I didn't know everything because I was a kid,
Yeah, right.
but I didn't disagree with any of it.
Right.
And when I was 5 years old, it's like a voice. I mean, I'm in the back of my mom's car playing, coming out of Kmart.
Right.
I'm in the back of playing my little Barbie doll, and
Where on
I
Vermont? Some
said,
damn where? Go ahead.
"Yes, right." You just
Hell yeah, I know where
told my
Kmart is.
mom.
Hell yeah.
I said, Mom, I said, something just told me, remember the serpent is evil. Now I'm a little girl, I'm like 5 years old. And she told me, it said the serpent is evil. It didn't say the snake, it said the serpent. Now I'm 5, right? I would say the word snake. I wouldn't say serpent, right? And so she told me, oh, baby, that's God talking to you. She said, tell him thank you. And I was like, okay. So I said, thank you. And I continued on my way playing with baby dolls, right? I never liked snakes. Anything that's creepy crawly like that in that motion to me kind of freaks me out. But um, but Matthew 18:18. I want people to understand that. Make it Matthew 18:18. Read it. If you have a Bible, it's called a study Bible. Read Matthew 18:18 and read the footnotes when it talks about, when it goes into all the study notes about that. And you can bind that enemy, and then you can lose God's governance and God's protection, God's holy angels. You can ask them to station around you and fight that enemy. And then you make sure you ask for the retaliating spirit that may be attached to it, that they go to the feet of Jesus to be dead. I mean, to be judged. Or you can say, go send them back to the bones in which they came from. And that's like way, way, way far back. Whoever created this craziness, you send those spirits all the way back to those. And because you know who you are in Christ, you can do that, and they have to obey you, because God made us dominion over this land. And so we have to begin to use the word of God. If we don't use the word of God, the enemy will forever take over and take us out. And that's how come I look at some of these politicians and I'm like, if they're crazy, I said, because they won't speak truth over it. And I know that they know. I know that they know, because if they over here running around playing with Connie and all of this garbage,
Right,
you
right.
know that they know that Jesus is real. They know. And I learned this. I mean, I knew about Matthew 18:18, but I didn't know how to do spiritual warfare. Because I remember as a kid in the churches, they used to do spiritual warfare. And then when I started going to church and I got real serious as an adult, I kept saying something is missing in church and I couldn't put my finger on it. And, one day, just reading my own Bible in early in the morning, it hit me. It's like, they don't do spiritual warfare anymore. And so those snakes and those enemies and all that garbage in the church gets to continue, and it grows and it grows and it grows. It doesn't go away. It doesn't diminish. It only grows, right? And so I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, I'm going to watch this preacher for a while and see what he up to, see what he about. And I'm telling you, if he preaching the same old thing over and over and over, oh, I'm good. I'm going home and I'm going to read my Bible. I'm going to do my own spiritual time. And just one day by happenstance, I found this lady named Sheila Zelinsky. She's on iTunes. Every guest on her show does spiritual warfare, and they do it right there over the radio, right there on iTunes. And when I tell you, every time I've done everyone that come up, because you don't know what you have opened yourself up to. You know what I'm saying? Me sitting there talking to you, Kevin, you can say, girl, you know what? The sky is purple. And if I agree, I just came into agreement with that lie.
That's
and
right.
that whatever that spirit is can take over me, right?
Right.
And so when I ran across this lady Sheila Zelinsky, she had these people on there, and they praying and they binding and they're teaching you about this stuff. So I learned about the Kundalini spirit, right? And you talked about it before, and I was like, oh, Kevin he's on it. And the Kundalini spirit, it comes from yoga, and just like you said, it's from that god Kali. Now watch this. My grandmother is full East Indian, right?
Right.
Full.
Right.
I didn't know. I just recently found that out. Searching out my heritage. My grandfather is Choctaw Indian.
That's right.
And so the matriarch of the family, my mom went through an illness and she lost a lot of her memory, right? But back then they told all the information to the oldest person, right? To the oldest sibling. So I called my auntie. I said, I need to find out some things, and she loved talking about it. So she started rattling off, and she said, oh yeah. She said, your grandmother is full East Asian Indian. And I said, what? And so, I had already learned about Cali like the year before. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, listening to Sheila Zelinsky a couple of days later. I'm going to tell you guys, this is how the word of God works. This is how he does. A couple of days later, here comes somebody on that lady's show, and they're talking about the Kundalini spirit, and they're talking about breaking the curses of what are not knowingly, and said that some of them came into agreement with the enemy so that their land would not be taken.
Told
So,
Told you.
Man, Kevin.
I told you. I just wanted to know who made the deal, who made the contract. We signed our ancestors made a contract with the devil, and this is what is come of it. And that's what we got to get to, and we here for that. And that's what the wind just blew up here. I love that. I love that confirmation.
Man,
I love that.
I'm telling you. And I wanted to let you guys know, if anybody look her up on iTunes, her name is Sheila Zelinsky. And she's a Christian. But the show is called Beware Kundalini, Serpent Spirits, and the Fake Holy Ghost. Man, when I tell you it's dated May 5th, 2019. When I tell you that show set me free, but I'm going to tell you what happened in the midst of me binding that spirit. Oh my God, it was a trip. So, and the lady talked about how strong this spirit is, right? She talked about this is such a very, very strong spirit. And now we see why, because so many, almost everybody is connected to it, right? And so it's super strong because we've given it energy, right?
That's right.
And so she said sometimes it's very hard to get rid of this spirit, but make sure, through, the next day and the next day, throughout the day, continue to bind that spirit. And so I'm telling you, and like they'll say, sometimes people get sick. Sometimes you'll burp up the spirit. Sometimes you'll pass gas, and I know that sounds crazy, but it's like the spirit comes out. Like God said, He breathed pneuma into us. That's air. It's the same thing because they'll tell you blow it out, like so it can come out. And sometimes it'll come out in the form of a burp or a yawn.
Damn, that's why I'm always burping like that. I be burping. I said, why I get on the camera and why, you know what I'm saying? I do all this prepping. I get on camera and the first thing I do is, excuse me here. Like where does this come from? But that's incredible. Go ahead, Queen.
It's incredible. So so I did. I bind that spirit and I denounced it. And I was doing all of that. I came home. I was at work, walking, just taking my little daily little walk. Right, I'm doing it. I don't care. Right, I'm downtown LA. I don't care. I'm binding that spirit. Right, and come on the way home, going to pick up my son from work. I start getting sick, and I was like, oh, my stomach feels a little funny. I'm like, oh my God. Got to his job. Usually he's always coming out right on time. He had to stay like 30 minutes over. I'm dang near laying back in the seat. I'm about to throw up. And I'm driving in my husband's truck, right? This big old truck. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't know if my son can handle this truck, but I'm like, I can't drive. My son finally gets to the car and he's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I said, I'm about to throw up. So he was like, want me to drive? And I was like, no, let me just try it. So I'm driving down the street. I'm driving up Del Amo. All of a sudden I pull over. I had to pull over. And I feel like I got to throw up. And he was like, you going to throw up? And he was like, don't throw up in Daddy's car. And I was like, oh my God. I'm sweating. I finally make it home. And I tried to throw up. I couldn't throw up. But I was able to use the bathroom, almost like I had food poisoning, right?
Yeah.
Kevin, let me tell you, I was sick for 2 days in the bed, trying to get that spirit up out of me. 2 days. Head whirling, stomach hurting, feverish. I was like, what kind of crap is this? Went to sleep that night. Guess what I do? I dream about another snake, right? And it's this pretty green. Oh my God, it was beautiful. Hanging in a tree, looking down at me, right?
Like a beautiful green grass snake or a tree snake.
Yes. And it's the snake of a python. The Kundalini spirit is a python snake. Let me tell you, the same attributes that snake has is the same attributes that you'll get into your life. And so y'all got to listen to this recording of what this lady is talking about. And some of the things that I remember because it just really hit home. She said, like it just like it does, it likes to wrap and squeeze, right? She said something like it likes to kill babies in the womb, right? It wraps around the babies and squeeze. Guess what? My oldest son, when I was in labor, every time I would contract, his heartbeat would stop. The doctor was like, oh, let's see if if the kid would just kind of work his way back up out of that umbilical cord, right? Every time it would cut off his heartbeat. So they rushed me in for emergency surgery. When I tell you my son's neck was twisted like a shirt, like the sleeve of a shirt when you take it out the wash machine and it done wrapped around something else.
Right.
That's how his neck was.
Jeez.
And people, it attacks your lung, the lung area, and a lot of people will have asthma and things like that, like chest issues. My son has asthma. This is the part that really tripped me out because this is not. It's too much to be happenstance, right? I don't believe in coincidences, right? I just don't believe in that. And I'm sitting here like, ain't this a trip? Because it wants to take your firstborn. It wants to take your firstborn, just like in the biblical days. It's the same thing. It's like a sacrifice. And so thank God that my son did not die, right? And still today, my son is a hell of a fighter. Like, he's just really strong mentally. Like, he's not gonna let nobody take him over like that. Right. And so I was like, that's a trip. So I was like, oh, okay. So I ain't tripping. Like, it's Sunday, right? I go to sleep like Saturday night, wake up Sunday morning, but in my dream, guess who the hell is in my dream? Jay-Z and Beyonce. Lord Jesus. Oh my God. I don't like neither one of them. Never liked neither one of them. And Beyonce got on the same colored green pants as that dang on snake that was in that tree. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Kevin. And I was looking, and Jay-Z was just sitting there smiling, and I'm frowning up in my, your spirit man is not asleep. So my spirit man frowning up at him like, what's this fool in my face for? Because I don't like him. And,
Right,
he was,
right.
and I was serious, and I mean, and I tell people, people think, you're a Christian, you got to be all soft. And you know what? The enemy is not coming at you soft. You better
I,
not
I
play
keep trying to tell
pussy
them.
with the enemy.
I don't know.
Right?
Maybe God do still got people that knock on doors, but in 2020, man, I'm knocking this shit over. I ain't got time to play with these
I
people.
ain't got time to play.
We coming
Because
right
they
in.
coming at you.
We coming right at
Right.
you.
They coming at you, and they come in full force. Even just like right now, I'm telling you this. Guess what? They'll try to attack me later on, but guess what? When you pray, you make sure you pray and you ask God to cover all of your family, all your pets, even your pets, because them spirits are going to your pets, and then your pet will try to attack you. It don't matter. You cover everything. You make sure that retaliating spirit does not go into none of your family members. It don't go into your pets. It don't go into your friends. And that's why you send it back to the bones in which it came from, or you send it to the foot of Jesus to be judged today, because it's not supposed to attack us if it doesn't have permission. And then you are not giving it permission anymore because you are denouncing it as of today. When I tell you this is some strong, powerful stuff, and I'm going to tell you what happened after I finished binding all that stuff, I slept like a baby. I slept like I was 2 years old. No racing thoughts, no thoughts in my head. Because, women, it's always something going on in our head. We're always thinking about something. I got to pay this bill tomorrow. I got to do this. I got to go buy groceries. We always got something. Kevin, I slept like a baby, right? To taught my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna show you how to do spiritual warfare. We did it in our house. She slept like a baby. She called me. She said, what the hell was that yesterday? And I said, Mom, that's spiritual warfare, which today's church are not doing. I said, they're leaving that part out so we can continuously be attacked. She said, girl, I slept like I was 2 years old. Now, I'm going to tell you, but we can watch certain movies, we can listen to certain music, and guess what? Just by sitting there watching, we have just opened ourselves back up to it, right?
That's right.
I watched Black Lightning. Here comes some old crazy. No. What's that other one with Jessica Jones? Jessica Jones and the other black guy. Some little freaky things come swirling through in my dream. I bind that real quick too, and guess what? It was gone, and I'm back to sleeping like a baby. I sleep like a 2-year-old baby. And then you was talking about G. Craig Lewis. You mentioned that name, G. Craig Lewis.
Yeah,
Dude
I was a video of his popped up on mine, and I thought about him. I said, "Wow, this was in 2008, 2009." And
yes,
it's
and
crazy.
yeah,
I was really just shocked about what we were just into. We were just talking about Kali and how our
yeah,
people are worshiping Satan, actually Kali, which is Satan and all that. He
right,
actually prophesied that, and that's what makes him a prophet of God. If he
yes.
come to pass, it's of God. That's of God. That's what it is, and that's how we identify. But go ahead, sister. You all right?
He has you said you were gonna do a show on Freemasonry.
Well, I mean, I always talk about the Freemasonry thing when appropriate time comes up. But yeah,
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Freemasonry and the water spirits are two of the most powerful spirits.
go ahead.
So, when you're awake, a lot of times the enemy, just like the Bible said, is just crouching out at the door, watching, waiting to see if he can devour you, right? And
That's
anybody else, right?
right,
So a lot of times they don't mess with you when you're wide awake, especially when you're covered by the blood, right? But in your sleep, they think that they can catch you off guard, right?
right.
And so I'm gonna let people know. Like if you have a dream and your dream is like identical to like your house or your car, it is like real life stuff. You can actually see your house, your room, the color of your car. That's not a dream.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead,
You
sis.
you are in the midst of a vision. And so one day, I I listen to a lot of these different,
Damn,
church
this sister
programs,
on point.
church shows. That's all I do, right? And so I was listening to G. Craig, or no, I think I was listening to somebody somebody else. I don't know who I was listening to, but they were talking about the Freemasonry spirit. And so, I have all the G. Craig DVDs, right? He got a bunch of DVDs starting from like 2000, I think, just like you said, 2008 up to present, right? You got to go to his website, EX Ministries, G. Craig Lewis. It'll pop up, no doubt. And he's on Instagram too. I think the video was called, I think it was one with a bloody handprint on the cover. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it was part 5. And he has a prayer intercessor named Will Ford. Will Ford's grandfather, I think he said his grandfather or great-grandfather, I think he said grandfather, was a 33rd degree Mason. And he started breaking down the Masonic, all the garb and the things that they wear and all of what all that stuff means, right? So at the end of church, and I was so happy that they did an altar call, and I'm so glad that they left the altar call on the recording so you can actually see, right? So and I'm in my bedroom and I'm watching this on DVD, and they said anybody who wants to denounce the Freemasonry spirit, come forward. I jumped down off my bed and I'm walking forward. I'm in my bedroom. I got down on my hands and knees and I started denouncing the Freemasonry spirit, right? And he's telling you to say, all these things to denounce it, and you're denouncing everything, the stuff that they wear around their waist, all the stuff that they put on, everything, whatever they put on their feet, everything. He's denouncing all of it, right? That night I had a dream, right? Oh my God, Kevin. This was the scariest dream I ever had in my absolute life. I'm 52. This is the scariest dream I ever had. I was in my house. There was this house today. I was washing dishes, but in the room it was like kind of like dim and kind of dark, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm just washing dishes. I ain't tripping. All of a sudden, something snatched me from the back and like pulled me so hard. My feet flew up so high, almost like if I was gonna hit the ceiling. And it scared me, right? I screamed so loud, it freaked my husband out. He jumped up like, what? He don't know what's going on, right? And I woke up and I told my husband, just pray, keep praying, stop praying. And so he didn't get it, right? And so the next day, I had another dream. It was like part dang on 2. So this time, instead of the spirit being behind me, it was like walking toward my front door. And it was like God told me, look. And I turned to the right and I looked, and it was this huge, oh my God, Kevin. It was like dark, but it was like a big ass, it was a big old muscle bound dude, right? I mean, shoulders and just huge. And I told him, I said, you know what? You better leave. I said, because you have to obey. And I said, and I know you now. I know, and I'm not afraid of you. And it left out the door. And so, same thing with the water spirit. I ain't never had a dream about the water spirit.
Why do they? What's up with what's up with all that mermaid stuff? Tell me a little bit about that. The water spirit, and all of that. Because a lot of people turn it into little mermaids, and they getting these tattoos and turn it into little mermaid, putting their hair like turquoise, thinking they really mermaid.
All these colors, right? Well, you know what? And so to me, anytime you accept something into your life, you begin to show out exactly what that spirit is. So, like you said, they always want to seduce men, right? That's what the mermaid did, right? Yep. She was always having on these bright, pretty colors. So guess what? They got all this little flashy, pretty colored hair on, right? And that's all they do is parade around, always want all the attention, right?
Right.
And so, and they say it's the strongest spirit. Well, guess what? Your body is 70% water. Look at the vast amount of water that's on this earth.
Right.
And what I didn't know is that our banks and all of these institutions are controlled by the Marine.
Maritime law.
The maritime law, right? And so you think about it, everything that we are trying to conduct ourselves according to the Constitution, right? But they're going by the maritime law. It's totally different.
Yeah.
It's totally different. And so guess what? They're taking us under, you know, subliminally, they taking us under the water, right? They're drowning us. They're killing us. Every time we try to do something, we get hit, and we try to grow, and we get hit just that much harder. We sink just that much deeper because we don't realize that we're fighting a total different spirit. So I don't, just like you just said, you don't like the water. I don't do the water either. I don't do the water. I'm not going on no dang on boat to no cruise. I'm not doing none of that because one, I can't swim, right? I can't swim. But when I was a young teenager at the beach with my mom, I got swept by a tidal wave, right?
Wow.
Well, not a tidal wave. It was just a little one, right? In my opinion, because I don't like the water. I can't swim. I'm not getting ready to go that far out in the water. So it wasn't even above my knees. I saw my feet and my arms flipping in the water. I don't know where I'm at. In my opinion, God must have lifted me up and brought me and put me back on the shore. But Kevin, I was way down on the other side of the freaking beach. And I'm walking and I'm walking and I'm walking. And I finally find my mom and I'm like, why you move? You know, why would you do that to me? And she was looking at me like, what you talking about? You
that
know,
shit,
like,
it swept you out further than you thought.
It's right. Man, Kevin, it was literally bending me backwards. I could see my feet. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, where did it even come from? But again, it hit me from behind. So we have to be careful in the things that we do because stuff will sneak up on us. You got to be careful when people be like, huh, girl. Don't agree with them because you don't know what they're doing. They might be trying to set you up and get you entangled into something. And then now you got to sit there and fight this spirit to get it back off of you, right? And I remember when I was always, you know, I used to get up every morning at 3:00 and I would read my Bible and I would pray and I would ask God to talk to me and I would write notes, right? I would tell him, God, don't let nothing overtake me, yada, 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 right? Oh my God, Kevin, I swear, it was like, I had like different eyes. I could see people coming. You see them coming, you'd be like, you know, you want to do this? And what do you think about this? No, I don't know anything about that, so I can't agree with you. But I'm thinking, I'm not going to allow you to take me over right now. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that right now. I was trying to stay as close as possible to God because I was trying to hear from God. You know, and he taught me so much in that time period. And so I'll tell people, if they've been trying to get close to God, if you've been trying to understand, just come to him with a sincere heart. You know, go every day, you know, and, you know, early, I would say, do it early because nothing, the cares of the world haven't overtaken you for that day. So if you come early in the morning, even though you kind of have sleep or whatever, you know, pray and talk to God and read your Bible and just do it every day at that same time. I promise you, you will receive so much strength in your life and you will begin to see God work in your life. And there's one thing that nobody can tell me because I've had too many experiences that God and Jesus is real. Even in my sleep, I've stopped a spirit from attacking me because, you know, sometimes when you're new as a Christian and you don't know, and the spirit will try to attack you in your sleep, and sometimes it'll like shut off your voice because it's the fear trying to overtake you.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and what you got to make sure you do is before it gets too far, you got to be able to say something. And so I was always taught as a little girl, if you can't say anything, say the blood of Jesus. And so, you know, this particular day that it happened, that was the only thing that I could get out, you know, and it was like the blood of Jesus. And I could barely say that. And, you know, and whatever that thing was.
I know what you mean. It won't let you say shit.
Right, it won't let you say, man, it's like anxiety, right? It's like all up in your throat, and it's like you can't speak. And I was like, oh my God. And so God, in my dream, God was telling me, hey, look, did you see that it stopped? And I was thinking, oh, it did stop. So, you know, now I'm getting a little cocky, right? And I was like, yeah, you know, the blood of Jesus on you, right? And it got smaller because it was like real big, and it got smaller, it like backed up. And then I said it again. So I'm in the spirit with my hand on my hip. You know, I'm a typical woman, right? I got my hand on my hip and I'm telling it, and the blood of Jesus on you, and you got to leave, and yada, yada, yada. I'm telling it all. And it went like this and disappeared out of my dream. So I'm telling you guys, it's real. I'll ask women, if you got kids, if you're young enough and you haven't had kids, I'll ask you right now to go and follow this lady on Sheila Zielinski and just listen to the dang on recordings. When I'm telling you, you will be so blessed is no joke, because if you
So
don't get
so
that spirit
so
out of
so
you,
Beyonce and them, they are like snake gods and goddesses in your opinion. They like
yep, yes sir, yes sir. And now you see her with the little Cali garb on, run around here looking like Cali. And when I saw you, I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "Kevin," and it was like
did you see that video
it was
last
a
night where she transformed into Kelly?
see.
Oh,
I don't want to watch them no more. I don't. I think I'm strong enough now to watch them, but before I wasn't strong enough to watch them, and I allowed it to overtake me. Because you hear the music, and people be like, "Yeah, snapping your fingers, man." That's you coming in agreement. God said, all your members, your arms and your hands and your eyes and your fingers, your toes, those are members. Those are members of the body. None of that is supposed to enjoy that stuff of the world. And so I was just sitting there like, so now I don't. If she come on like whatever football um, whatever football show that was, whatever season that was, I don't know, and it was halftime show, and she came on. Man, I ran over to the TV so fast, I almost tripped over and fell. I had to mute that because I was like, no, that spirit can't be floating through my house. And people don't realize the spirit is real. It's more real than the flesh. It's more real than the flesh, baby. It's real. It will attack you, and Kevin, I can tell you some stuff. All I can tell people is, if you have not had kids, start reading through Matthew 18:18 and ask God to, whatever is in you that should not be, bind that and lose God's governance and God's protection and God's Holy Spirit and God's characteristics into your life. Because if you don't, those spirits that are in you filter down into your kids. So then we got to be careful right there, because it just keeps growing, and they call those familiar spirits. People say, "Oh, my grandma came and talked to me." No, baby, that's not your grandma. That's a familiar spirit who was probably in your grandmother, right? And who's watched your grandmother, and who's listened to your grandma, who learned your grandmother's ways because she's been with her for so long, and now your grandma is gone, and then here comes that spirit. And I don't know what it is, Kevin, but maybe I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. I don't know what it is, because my mom is like half East Indies, and then half Choctaw, right? So I don't know where where it comes from, but almost like, especially all the girls in the family, we have dreams. They come true. And I'm not saying like I don't get the scary dreams like some people. I had a dream that somebody died. I don't get those kind of spirits. I had a dream one time that my truck caught a flat tire. I told my husband, "Oh, I had a dream that I caught a flat tire." Later on that week, somebody knocked at my door. I don't even know who this kid was. I came to the door. The kid was gone, but my tire. The kid told my son, "Oh, your truck is going on flat." I came outside. The kid is gone, but my truck tire is going on flat. And I told my husband, "See, I told you I had a dream." And I always tell him, and then he look at me like, yeah. But he listened, but he don't listen. That's just typical men. But I know he's listening to me, right? But this stuff is real. And when your spirit man awakens, man, I'm telling you, you feel like you've been in the gym and you've been pumping iron, you on swole, and can't nobody touch you. You almost feel like you're invincible. And to a certain extent you are, because they can't touch you and they can't kill you unless God gives the okay. And guess what? And even if so, guess where you get to go? You get to go home and be with him. So it's like, just like I said, don't give an account for your life and for all these things that's going on in the world, right? Because guess what? You're going to come home and you're going to be with me either way it goes. So we might as well be bold as
a
a bad word,
lion.
but I ain't going to say it. We might as well be bold, right? And go and attack, because every time we cower down, because God does not like a coward. What was that story of the 300? It was a huge army of them, and they down there drinking water, and they dropping their swords and their weapons and stuff. And God said, "Send them home." Because they ain't watching, they ain't paying attention, they're gonna get attacked from the back, right? But everybody, all those who kept their weapon in their hand, that means that they were still on guard. He said, "You keep those," and I think it was Jericho. I think it was like a small group, that remained. And so guess what? God said He don't need no big old army. He just need a few. And Kevin, I think you one of those. For the simple fact is, I watch my husband told me, hey, one of my friends sent me this video of this dude. It was young Pharaoh. And I was looking at him when I first time, I was like, I don't like his face. I didn't know nothing about him, right? I was like, I don't really like dude's face. And so I'm watching. And because of who I am and what I've gone through, I went back through all his other videos, like a few of them, right? I was like, okay, yeah, dude believes in serpents. He talking, real bad about Jesus. He's into, multiple wives. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I told my husband, I don't think I want to watch him. I said, yeah, I don't really agree with him. And my husband's like, you don't like him? I was like, no, I don't really like him. Talked to my nephew, right? And we was laughing and joking about him. And my husband and my nephew told me, he was like, yeah, he said, Kev Rowe was talking about young P when he had a dude had his hand on his leg. And I was like, what? So he sent me the video. And ever since then, I've been hooked. I was like, this one right here. I told my nephew, I said, Kev's the truth. I said, Kev's the truth. I told my girlfriend, and they was like, yeah, but young P, he breaks it down, that. I said, young P is against your God. He said Jesus is blah, 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 blah. And you're not supposed to listen to people that's against your God. I said, because they're going to take you
say
astray.
that, he said, even if God is real, F him anyway. I said, oh, I'm done with this dude.
I only had to listen to a few. I was like, yeah, I'm like, I don't like his spirit and how he always want to act like he's swelling up on people. It's like, why you always want to fight somebody? It's like, well, pull up. And I'm thinking, I said, let me, he said he's a fighter. So I pulled up some of his fights to see what type of fighter he is, right? I love boxing, right? I love MMA. I'm my daughter, my daddy's daughter, right? I look at his fight and I'm like, yeah, amateur. I'm like, yeah, I watched 3 fights, Kev, all the way through. He lost 2. I said, you know what? I said, you swing like a girl. I said, you're not going to be able to handle no dude, no huge dude that's about to pull up. You over there, somebody going to pull your chain and going to pull up and they're going to handle you. I said, you don't have the hands to be no real fighter. I said, so you need to stop that. But, I guess that's what they call them a keyboard warrior, out there talking all that talk, but, can't nobody get to them because they behind the keyboard. And so when I found you and I listened to you for a while and I went through some of your other videos and I was like, oh, okay. I said, let me listen to him. I said, he sound like he's kind of cool. I was like, okay. I said, he's from South Central. I said, we've been through some stuff. So, our mindset is a little different, right? And so I was like, okay, let me listen to him. I listened to a few. And one day you said something and you hit a pocket. And I said, this boy right here don't even know. It's like the spirit just poured up out of you. And I was like, this one right here? I said, this the truth right here. I went and talked to my girlfriends. I said, no, Kev Rowe. I said, that's the truth. And some of them try to listen. They say, yeah, but he take too long to get his program started. And I'm like, you got to understand what's going on. I said, so guess what? If you think he takes too long, only watch the recordings that you can fast forward through. I said, you got to understand what's going on. I said, you got people attacking him left and right. I said, so guess what? I'm like, I don't blame him.
I say, geez, I get that all the time. I love you, but why you take so long to get started? Because I want to. That's why.
Right, because you on your own time. That's right. I'm like, y'all just don't get him. I said, just listen to him. I said, because you know what? I said, as soon as you fast forward through something, I said, the spirit open right up and you gonna miss it. And I tell you one thing, it's blessed me. It blessed me. And I'm like, I said, oh, sometimes I'll be sitting here, I'm sitting there working, and you'll say, so I was like, oh, Kevin. I'm like, ooh. I said, you lucky I can't get off the clock right now. I like, but that's okay. I said, him right there? I said, yeah, that's the one right there. But I had to call in today because you was all in my alley, and I was like, ooh, let me call him and tell him where he is right now. Everything, what he's saying is so on point. And I promise you, as a sister in Christ and everybody on your YouTube who's a Christian, I promise you, you cannot go wrong. You will learn some stuff if you go to that lady's page and listen to the stuff, because every show they binding and loosening God's governance, and it will teach you how to do it, and you can do
Send
it
me the link.
yourself.
Send me the link. Send me the link.
I'm gonna send you that link, Kevin. I tell you,
Mm.
boy, I love it. I love it to death, and you guys gonna love it. I promise you. And so I thank you for your time. I'm sorry, but I'm real passionate about the Word of God, and so and yeah, I think that's all I need to say right
I
now. But
think that's
that's what I'm passionate
yeah,
about.
that's how I get. I'm like, yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's it for me. Well, thank you
yeah,
so much.
that's it. Okay, sweetheart. I'll send you the link right away.
Send it to me right away so I can listen to the sister. Thank you, Queen.
I sure will. Okay. Mhm.
Lord have mercy. I want to go to her house for Thanksgiving. You know, she'd keep you company the whole time. Mm-hmm. Give me some more macaroni. What you say about that one right here? Yeah, me too. Fold now. Kev, it's been very positive days on this. We gotta talk about this energy that's out here. You gotta discuss these things. Yeah, that shit sound good in the chat room. 4 5 emojis. Yeah, but if you're not letting these black Saturn aliens know about themselves, mm, Coffee and Kush TV. Mm, mm, mm. Beyonce, okay, okay. Yeah, my thing is we know the Beyonce stuff is is dark and all of the above. What I didn't know is the relation to that Hinduism, religion, and stuff like that. How deep this stuff is. Area code 253. You on the air? What up?
Hey, Cass, this is originally me.
This who?
Originally me.
Oh, what's up, original?
Can you hear me all right? So I could take you off my Bluetooth if you can't.
I can hear you. Okay.
Okay. So I just wanted to touch on a few things that the sister just called and spoke about.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing my genealogy, trying to track back to family members and stuff like that. And I've been running into roadblocks with certain family members. My family members that are considered great aunts and great uncles that I know they have certain knowledge, but you know, they're not giving me the answers that I'm asking about pretty much. So I wanted to touch on like what some of the sisters said and my recent truths that I come across, like the Dodge record, and you spoke on, who gave the agreement or who made the contract. That's what it was. Who made the contract with these people when they came over here? And I'm starting to feel like some of our family members played a big part in it,
Yeah.
and have decided to, even though they know the knowledge, they decided to keep that from the younger generation. And I
Yeah.
only say that because while I'm uncovering and finding out certain things, and then I go ask a random question, and I'm getting roadblocks from them, and I don't quite understand why that is. I know from my research recently that there was 5 civilized tribes that made the contract, and to my understanding, those 5 civilized tribes were part of what we as black people or the original people of America um, stem from, which are like the Cherokees, the Chickasaw, the Choctaws, the Creeks, and the Seminole tribes. And I feel like for me personally, I'm going to speak for myself, but for me, there's a lot of confusion in it because I'm trying to figure out like which way do I go, And when I ask these questions to my family members that I want to know the answer from, they're not leading me to the truth. I feel like they're leading me away from it, or they're changing the subject and want me to. I'm sorry, is my background loud because I'm on the front porch right now?
You good?
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I feel like, they lead me away from the truth. And I could ask a simple question like, well, which tribe, because I know we from the Americas from here,
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
down to my great grandmother telling me out her own mouth. I didn't come from no boat or, I didn't come across no ship. My family was here. But she's 93 now. So, the conversation that we hold is not specifically stuck on or grandma. Uh, who were your parents? And go ahead. It's not necessarily a question, I guess I won't say. Hold on, Pumpkin. It's not really a question. It's just more so a statement, I guess, that I feel like a lot of the young people, when we do decide to put time and effort and sit down and search out certain things, we're facing a lot of roadblocks and getting misled. And it's almost a little, I get a sense of defeat to where I don't want to deal with it. Like, okay, if my elders above me can't even help me when I'm seeking these answers, like, which way do I go? So my statement is more so that a lot of us are kind of lost in confusion. And it's not that we want to stick in that or stay in that. It's just when we do ask these questions, we get misled away. Another pointer that touches on it is like when I came into certain truths about what was going on out here and deciding, okay, I'm not going to stay asleep to what's right before my eyes. Something I recently found out was one of my cousins. Like I never knew he was even a Mason until I got to my eyes open a little bit. And he proudly wears the symbols and all. So that connects back to what I'm saying on they don't want us to know the truth. Even our family members. Not all, but some. I also feel like um my from my grandmother, my grandfather, my mom, my dad, we were kind of ostracized from certain families. And it's another truth that I just found out from a cousin of mine. Like they had this whole little scheme going where the great aunt, all of them would pool in a certain amount of money, and I guess they had this list, and whoever was next up on the list, they would get that pot of money where it's like thousands of dollars to where all this trap when all this this traction stuff came out. Why is it that one of my aunts is about to lose her home because the ones that was holding all the money from this inmate, whatever it was they was doing, she just basically hit up everybody else and said it's off. There's no more money, any of the sort, and I don't know what that was about. I feel like, okay. Come on, Carmen. My question is, where would I? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out what I'm talking about. I'm just going down into your personal life, but this ain't the Kev. This ain't the originally me. Doctor Phil. I don't know what to say. What am I supposed to
No, no,
say
no.
that your family is doing all of this? When I'm talking about God, I'm talking about 39 children. You ain't mentioned nothing what we talking about. I'm trying to talk about this stuff.
You're right. It's not really a question that I
Yeah,
have, but I
I'm trying to see where you're going with this conversation. That's it. We're because we don't know your family. We don't know them.
I know y'all don't know my family. I just feel like the little thinking that they had going on was touching on some of the child sex trafficking, and
Were they
yeah,
involved in that type of stuff? I don't know.
I don't know how deeply involved or any of the sort, but I do think they are. But I guess it's I'm being too broad with what I'm saying, so
I'm trying to just see where we're going with it. That's all.
yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make a statement more so, and I guess I just hone in on exactly what I'm trying to say, and I could call back another time, brother, because I ain't trying to be confusing.
But where is you? But I'm trying to say. But what is the definitive? Where are you going with the? I'm just going into personal problems. I'm trying to talk about these kids missing. I'm trying to talk about we was just talking about something totally different. And now I'm wrapped up in your storyline. I'm lost totally. And I'm asking you, like, where are you going with this? What do you want out of this?
I got a lot going on right now, and like I'm my daughter in the yard, and I ain't really even like have anything specific question. It was more of a statement, so I'll back out of it for the moment and come back in when the topic, is a little bit more to what I'm trying to get at. So that's all.
What you
Not
trying to
trying
do?
to distract the class.
You
I'm
just trying?
sorry.
What you trying to vent? You just venting?
Say that again.
I said you just need somebody to lean on real quick, somebody to talk to.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's just I got a lot going on, and I'm trying to research a lot of different topics and stuff, and I felt like some of what the sisters talked about, before as far as family and you know different things. I felt like a little bit of it touched on the topic, but it don't. So yeah, I'm a bag out, and I'll be willing to call in a different time when I do think that
You think
the topic about
when you want to,
tribes and
you don't want to, you don't you do you believe in Kali? You want to talk about that?
no, I don't believe in none of that. I believe in the Most High. I am curious as to, I wonder if like I see a lot of people with these tattoos and stuff like that. I wonder if that plays a part in a lot of that that's going on, and if those
Right,
specific tattoos give them certain attachments. I
right.
wonder about
Oh,
that a lot.
that'd be crazy right there.
Yeah, I do wonder about that. I don't believe in it myself, but I know it's a thing that's been popularized over the last 20 years. You see people with these wild, crazy tattoos, and I do think that plays a big deal in maybe altering their personality to some extent. Yeah, no problem. I'll call another time. Back to the class.
Shout
Have
out
a
to
good
you.
one.
Thank you for that.
Hmm.
Awesome shit, man. She made a good point. She made a good point. I just didn't know where she was going. I'm like, originally, what the hell? Where are you going with this conversation, sister? You know, 39 children missing, 300 people in the chat room. Can we get a like spike around this mug before we log out? It's time for me to play Some Assassin's Creed or something, some video game, Battlefield, something. I need to play something. Madden, something. I need to play something. Get up out of here. Shout out to the people who donated in the super chat and in my Cash App. As always, people are always coming over here donating and stuff, and I appreciate that, y'all. I appreciate that greatly. We put a lot of work in, a lot of information. Anybody else want to call in 424-209-9506? If not, I'll be up out of here. The sister did send me those podcasts, so I'll be listening to that. I'm doing a lot of research on this whole thing. I was doing some research before I logged in. I'm like, damn, man. I can't get past last night. I gotta watch last night's show. Shit. She's saying part of our history is hidden from us. Well, of course, but she's saying her family is the one doing it. I know what she's saying. I'm saying have something to say, D Nice. It has to be applied to what's going on. You know, you can piggyback off the last caller, but it still essentially have to get back to the topic at hand. You know, D Nice. I know what she's saying, but I'm saying, how does that relate? Like, relate it all back, bring it all back. Don't veer off into personal deeds of that nation, of that sort. See, the difference between CD Nice, like you are in the chat, so you would love for her to sit there and just talk and keep your mind floating for you to keep typing. I'm doing the show. I got to keep this shit moving. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the sister, though. Shout out to the sister. I got to keep this shit moving. And that's what I vow to my people who support my pages, to get the callers in, make their points, and make them good. And if the better that they are, the longer that they stay on. I'm not trying to get lost, though. You know, I'm not trying to get lost. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of spiritual imbalance going on. A lot of pH balance is off right now. You know what I'm saying? So I might go to my other gamer page, play a little trucker game, or play something casual, smoke, and talk about these clowns. Just sit back and chill for the rest of the night, because I'm smooth cruising. You know, I'm setting up a lot. Saturday I got something planned, something great, something good. Hey, that topic about them snakes was pretty dope. Y'all want to talk about that? That was deep. You see? You see? Motherfucking snake. She pinpointed the shit out of that. This what that mean. Did y'all believe her? Hell yeah, y'all believed her. She said your spiritual body, nigga. That shit was like, it wasn't a dream, because it didn't feel like a dream. It felt like I woke up and seen a snake. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like I was in La La Land dreaming and shit. It felt like I really woke up. I woke up. Listen to me. I woke up in my dream. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. I woke up in my dream and saw a snake. Nigga, I wasn't dreaming, just like she said. That wasn't a dream. You woke up, but your spiritual self woke up and identified it. No, not lucid dreaming. No, Jordan. Mm-mm. No, Jordan. Not that one. Mm-mm. Your angelic self. No drugs here for that, buddy. No acid, no mushrooms for that stuff, man. Real shit. Gotta fight off other spiritual selves. You know, here is going on in the spiritual realm too. That's crazy. She taught me a lot. Solomon after that. I'm like, oh, I'm finna bound them up. I'm finna bound them up. That's how I felt. Well, I was like, oh, because I was just reading about Solomon and listening.
Oh, hold on right quick.
Coffee and Kush TV was on the air. What up, poppin'?
Hello?
What's poppin'? Coffee and Kush, you on the air. What up?
Hey, I wanted to touch on that subject with the snake. Look, I had a girlfriend, and she kept on having a dream about this snake, and it kept like biting her. She said the last time it bit her, she woke up and she said, "You know what I realized?" She said, "I'm the snake."
And I was like, yeah, bitch, you are the devil. My bad for cussing, but I believe they say that the devil
Wait.
was the.
Why did she say she realized she was the snake?
I don't know, but she used to have a lot of problems. She used to take pills and for schizophrenic and depression and bipolarness, right? So she
So you tell her the story of dreaming about the snake. She's
No, she told me about the story about her dreaming about the snake, and every time it go to bite her, she'll wake up. So she said the last time it bit her, and she said what I realized that she said she was the snake,
because
and I always tease her about they say the devil was the most beautifulest angel. I believe it was a woman, so I always tease her and be like, "You the devil," you know what I'm saying? And that was my conclusion.
and what happened? Did she? What she said that it was her in the dream. What was the dream about? Just her and about a snake biting her.
Yeah, about a snake biting her. And she said every time he used to go to bite her, she would wake up. You know what I'm saying? She said, but the last time it bit her, and what she got out of it was that she was the snake in the grass. You know what I'm saying? Like the devil to me. You know what I'm saying?
Because just being operating in that stuff, that Kali spirit, that stuff. But
Yeah,
yeah, possibly devil spirit. Yeah, some stuff like that.
yeah. And I got a couple of friends, who they be dabbling in all kind of drugs, and I got a homeboy that he done broke the seal. You see crazy people, they be talking to themselves, but they really done like broke the seal and travel. They be in different dimensions. You know what I mean?
I don't know about different dimensions, but they be somewhere else.
Yeah, and well, my homeboy Manny told me, he said like he broke the seal and like he had was like using drugs and stuff, and he had got like a bad shot from somebody, I guess using heroin or something, and like from that bad shot, it mentally messed him up. So like he be talking to himself and everything, and he got the devil in him. You know what I'm saying? But he can't bring that to me because I got the Most High in me. But I see him like talk to himself and be tripping, and I'll be like, man, he's so smart on his God tip and Jesus and his background. I don't know. I be telling him how you feel. How are you letting the devil control you? You know what I'm saying? And he tell him like he be right here in his face. You know what I mean? Like he done broke the seal and his third eye and everything is woke. You know what I'm saying? But I just be tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like him and my homegirl, they got like both of the same tattoos. They both got devils tattooed on them. You know what I'm saying? And they never knew each other, but they both, when
Right,
you get
right,
to
right.
messing around with these drugs, they open up different portals, homie, and they done opened up some portals, and that's how these spirits or whatever is coming through to these people. You know what I'm saying?
I do now.
You ain't never like been around nobody that's like on like a old dope head or a heroin addict or somebody using like crystal meth or all these drugs open up different portals, homie, in your mind in different dimensions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, makes sense. That's why they be out there wigging out, lost in their own mind.
Yeah, but that got a lot to do with this spiritual battle that we in. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we can. They said we lost ourselves when we start talking to each other verbally. You know what I'm saying? I think we can communicate with each other telepathically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Yeah, I got a pit bull, and she's so like she can like look into your spirit. Like her eyes is deep. Some people can look at you and look right through your spirit. You know, when you like for respect, you look a man in his eye. You know, I don't see my dad like crush a motherfucker's soul just by like looking dead into his eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I got you. I got to get to the next call. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Can't keep going. Can't keep going. 614. You on the air. 614.
Hello.
You on the air. What up, bro?
What's good with you, girl?
What's up, man?
Good up. All right, man, I'm calling from Ohio, bro. I was, man, I missed a couple of your shows, bro, but I was saying when you were talking about, like, females and, what's that Jezebel spirit.
Go
And
ahead.
I went through some, like, I'm a recovering addict. You know, I got 92 days clean and sober today. The last issue I went through was with my ex, man, and I was, like, in a state, you know what I'm saying? My spirit was so fearful. You feel me? I was so scared this last go round. It wasn't no nigga with no gun. It was a female. You know what I'm saying? I called my mom, like, yo, something going on. You feel me? My spirit had never been that paranoid. My mom said, yo, you know about Jezebel spirit. She started asking me, did she play with Ouija boards? You know what I'm saying? Did she play with Ouija boards? I'm like, nah, not that I know of. But she was telling me that that was a Jezebel spirit that had control of me because I could not understand why I would let this female disrespect me and I want to say shit to her or I put up with her. Yeah, I couldn't understand that. Yeah, I couldn't understand. Nah, I didn't. I didn't. But I'm telling you, man, when I say,
Let
bro,
me repeat that. Let me repeat that. Last night's show, we talked about how the woman did a video about how she loved the Kali slash Jezebel spirit because
yeah,
of the way that it belittles men. And you telling me this story here just confirms, and you didn't watch. It's just crazy because they're very controlling. Go ahead.
um, yeah, but my mom said, she said in order to she said in order to get rid of the Jezebel spirit, and she prayed for me and everything. She said you got to cut the head off the snake, which only means you got to cut all communication, all ties with her. You know what I'm saying? So I did that for a whole day. I called this girl just to apologize to her about whatever, you know, problems we had with each other. And I'm telling you, all hell broke loose. I mean, every phone in the house started ringing. Doors start getting banged on. I mean, niggas start coming to the door trying to get upstairs. All hell broke loose as soon as I called Jezebel. You know what I'm saying? It's like every time I would pick this girl's name up, she would call my phone. Every time, you know what I'm saying? To where my cousins thought I was just smoking crackers and shit. But it was like such a spiritual attack I was going through, you feel me? And when I got home to Columbus, I mean, it took 6 hours for me to get back home on the Greyhound. My mom, she got a Greyhound ticket for me, but I rode a Baron bus back. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm like, man, God, my mom said I got God's favor. You feel me? She said, I got a Greyhound bus ticket for you, but this girl was clocking these Greyhound buses. She was sending me text messages, screenshots of when the Greyhound left, all that shit. But I got on a Baron bus. I did not know that my mom did not get on no Baron bus. You feel me? So it was like God was watching me. As
Wait,
soon as
wait,
I
wait,
got back,
wait. You didn't get the Greyhound bus.
no, I didn't. I didn't get on the Greyhound bus. But that's what the ticket was confirmed for, a Greyhound. But I was on a Baron bus. You feel me? And man, I don't know, but I was on that
It got
bus.
away. You telling me you got away from the Jezebel?
Man, hey, look, bro. I've been out there in the street so long, bro. I done so much dumb shit. Like I got tattoos all on my face, on my arms,
Right.
all that dumb. And I'm here today to tell you, bro.
that Jezebel spirit is real, bro. We really fight against principalities out of this earth, man, out of this plane. You feel me? And when I
Yeah.
seen that shit in this girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 6 years of me letting this girl manipulate me, but I'm putting up with a bullshit, bro. And I used to be big on respect. You know what I'm saying? I would never let nobody disrespect me, but I let this girl get me so low. You know what I'm saying? And I was on the motherfucking couch in South Carolina in the fetal position, crying.
Fine.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
can't believe this shit.
Bro, I was on the fetal position, crying, bro, crying.
I believe, bro.
All in
I
the
know. Nigga, they make you feel about the size. It's like, what the fuck has got with? I don't know. A female that's a former Jezebel that used to work with this has to let us know what it is. What exactly? What is it about destroying his soul? What the fuck is it? But I'm glad you out
but
that
it's
situation mentally and physically.
yeah, but the trippy part, man, my mom said the end result of Jezebel is to take your life,
That's
some way, form, or fashion. And
yeah.
that's the way I felt, bro.
Jezebel and Kali. The end result is your life.
Your
If you
life.
don't bow, and after, even if you do bow, use a commodity.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro, I used to hate God, bro. I'm telling you, I used to hate him. You know what I'm saying? Now, today, as we speak, bro, I can't do nothing but get on my knees. I thank you for everything I do, bro. When I wash a dish, I thank God. You feel me? Like, I know that this shit is real. You feel me? I know that we fighting a spiritual war right now. So
Yeah,
I'm preparing for battle. I'm in my word every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my word every day, man. I go to these little meetings every day. And my main goal now is to save every soul around me. I know we're going to have casualties of war,
right,
but if they come to my midst, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to save as many as I can because I know the war we fighting. I live that shit.
right.
You know, so I just wanted to call in and touch base. And
God, thank you for that.
I've been trying to get in there and call you for like the past month. I've been seeing this shit about Jezebel, bro.
Yeah,
And
don't
I've
we
been
feel
wanting
we like talking about that because the good thing about this, like we realize this, what spirit be in us when we end up in jail and got time to like be like, damn, what spirit is that had me out here wilding? The same with the women that allowed Jezebel to use them. They got to be told what that does to us. So stories like you, these females in the chat room know exactly what you're talking about. A lot of females have grown from doing niggas like that. Like, whoa, that really has an effect on dude. And now they call it narcissism, but I call it Jezebelish narcissism shit. And a lot of them just don't know, that they
man,
allowing. The last brother just called in and said his woman admitted that she was the snake in the dream. So a
yeah, I
lot of
just
them
heard
just
it.
don't
I
know.
just heard
They gotta get it. You know what I'm saying?
I was looking all that shit up, the narcissistic sociopath. I
Yeah.
heard a brother on your show like 2 months ago, I think he said, Jezebel and the Flying Monkey. And I seen how she had my mom against me, my aunt against me, my cousins against me. Niggas did not believe nothing I said
Oh
when
hell
she got her.
no! Nigga, you might as well cancel your family and her family. Her family for sure, but
Like,
your family has already been bought out through tears and all this other stuff they call emotional. Like what in God's name happened to y'all? Yeah, I heard about you, blood. What the fuck? Did you just tell on somebody, nigga? I feel like arguing right now. This shit weak as hell.
yeah, Jezebel attacking you, bro, man. You must have purpose, man. Get up off that shit. Telling
Mm,
you, don't let her male disrespect you, bro. The more she attack you, that means you must be destined for something great.
you know
That's
that.
how I feel.
The more Jezebel attack you, the harder, because her way is like Jezebelish way. It's the same spirit. It's the block. They sent out to block where you headed. You headed right for God. You headed right for priestly order in your life. Damn near whole transformation. And here this nigga come. Or here come this other demon disguised as a woman. Your favorite thing. Some damn spandex, hair blowing. He'll turn around. This bitch is a damn demon at night trying to got us in there. Oh shit, God, because you don't want to. You can't do nothing. The state on you, your woman on you. The kids already look like that. You ain't shit. Your aunties, oh yeah, they already told you was a bitch. you fucked up, and all this other stuff. So only one we got
Yeah,
left. It's like jail. It's like all you got left is to talk to God and a good friend. You know what the fuck else we got?
yeah, I'm in the book of Proverbs now, man, dealing with wisdom of a man. You know what I'm saying? This dude told me, he said, these females are so beautiful, bro, but they so ugly. You know what I'm saying? They like, it's a lot of females out here, bro. They whole goal is just manipulate and take. You know, manipulate, take. Like I've been, like I just put on a post, bro. I was the clown nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was that. I'm like, how I fall so short, bro, to where niggas are disrespect and crazy, all because of this. When they say something with a narcissist, you cannot have a friend, you can't have family, you can't have shit with this Jezebel spirit.
Yeah.
You make sure she take off. But I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Appreciate
No,
it.
shit, you ain't holding me, nigga. She make sure you ain't got no exit plan. No niggas. They. That's funny as hell. I'm gonna do another show on that. Thank you, brother.
Yep.
My man, talk about isolation. K. Cole? That sound relatable, fellas? Woo! You might have been dealing with that Jezebel spirit right there. Total domination. New world order. Day is God. You got the state, and you got Jezebel, then you got kids, then you got all fish, niggas, and you made the youth for 1 hour out the month, nigga. Hell what? Las Vegas, Nevada, 702, anti-Jezebel hour. Go ahead.
Hey, bro, I'm so glad that last caller just called in, bro, because I'm going through it exactly what he talking about, bro. For real, for real.
Go
I
ahead.
just called in about the woman in the snake thing, but bro, I'm going through it, man. Man, I understand now, man, bro. For real, it's a crazy world, bro.
What you mean you going through? What you going through? What you see? What's going
Yeah,
on, bro?
I got a female right now, and that Jezebel spirit, all that facts. You know what I'm saying? And I need to get out of my situation right now because this woman seemed like she got a hold to me, and I've been trying to get away, and it's wild, bro. I
You
need to
can't get
get away
away.
from.
You can't get away.
Yeah, I can, but I'm glad that last caller just called in, man, because he just opened my eyes up to how you gotta escape this. You know what I'm saying?
How you gotta escape? Help us out.
Well, he said you got to cut the head off the snake. You got to just cut all ties. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that breaks the power of the Jezebel spirit, right? The Jezebel, when you cut off, then you gotta defeat the wrath. You gotta be ready for. So listen, when you cut all ties, he forgot to mention. Make sure you got your defenses up already. You feel me?
Yeah, because I be trying to like cut ties, and it's like she'll go in for the juggler. You know what I'm saying? Like try to mess up my
Immediately, like.
living. Like for real, she be trying to mess up my living situation. Man, just everything. She tell me the most rawest shit in the world. I'll be like, man, how you let some shit come out of your mouth like that? And we supposed to be companions. You know what I'm saying?
Go
It's
ahead,
like
brother.
it's,
Go
it's from
ahead.
her, it's from the grandmother. You know what I'm saying? The grandmother runs the whole little organization. Like I read one of her texts, and she was like, "You must let that dude be with you or something." And I was like, "So y'all witches or something?" You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean there's a whole coalition out to get you behind your back? You really ain't even knowing. And there's an operation being ran by Grandma, the Queen,
Hey, look, I
the
don't. If
matriarch of the family.
Yeah, and like her baby father passed away, and something is eating at her soul, and she be telling me stories, and it's making me believe that she's the reason for his passing. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
And
What?
I be
Why?
telling her and looking at the look on her face, homie, and I be like, man, something is eating you alive, homie, and I know what it is.
Have you? Damn. You should force it out because most people want to tell you. Damn, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it's deep, man. Like her baby daddy, the mother said, you must have put something in his. Like everybody think, she cut off her social media and everything because everybody feel like she's the cause of his passing, and like she be telling me, and I see how it eat up her spirit, homie. Like, uh, man, and like we be talking about God, we Libras and we real spiritual, but I feel like the devil is controlling her because every time we talk about it, she defends him. She defends the devil. Like I be telling her, like you got a bad spirit in you, and but every time she got his back 24/7. I'll be like,
She
man,
got
this is
who back?
crazy.
The devil?
Huh?
She got who back? The devil back?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. How she got the devil back? The devil is the, what she say about the devil? She said the devil's the good
Okay,
guy?
look, because old boy said he just got out of rehab. You know what I'm saying? Old girl is she just got out of rehab and she's like still battling with the devil. I see it in her. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I'm real spiritual, and I know I
man,
can look
listen,
at her
bro.
in her eyes, and
Bro, y'all got
I
kids?
know.
Y'all got kids?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
And look, look, I never met her. I never talked to her mom. I met her, and we done been in the car, but we never spoke one word. And this lady hate me to death.
Why
You
she
know what I'm
hate
saying?
you?
I'd be like, how you hate me so much, and you ain't even met me? I mean, you ain't never had a conversation together.
Well, the chat room is saying hashtag run. That's the new thing. You either stay or run away here. I think you should
Yeah,
run.
yeah. And I've been battling with that homie for 3 years. I've been with this girl, and nothing good has came out of. I got everything to help build us in the mindset to get to the next level, but it's something with her, and I gotta get away from this chick. I'm so glad that the last call is, and I gotta look at your yesterday uh uh video, man, and catch up on this stuff, man.
Yeah, and just you talking about it right here. If you look in the chat room, people is telling you no children, hard ass. It's women,
It's
gentlemen.
women,
It's
homie. They
real
say the
people in
devil
my
was the
chat room.
most.
It's real people, G. They'll let you know.
They
Hell
say
yes, man.
Man, they say the devil was the most. The devil was the most beautifulest angel, homie. It was a woman, bro, for
And she
real.
fine as hell, huh?
Yeah, yeah, she is, homie.
That's
And
about the
like,
only
I
thing that
be
got you still there is the fact that she fine as hell.
in the, the thing. The I don't want to say the word, but she got that fire too. You
You
know what I'm
feel
saying?
me?
You know, yeah. But I gotta walk away, homie. And it kind of messed up my soul, homie, because I only got one kid. I got a daughter, and I didn't have her until I was like 28. But me just thinking about the women thing, it kind of mess you up, man. You got a daughter, and women are
Call her
evil,
by her
bro.
name.
Like,
Call her by her name. Jezebel. Jezebel. Bad as hell.
yeah, 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 yeah. Mm.
Mm,
But
mm,
man,
mm.
thank you, man. I
So
appreciate
really,
you, man. Keep doing your thing.
so really, so really, this is gonna
Hey,
have to
I'm
amount
about
to
to go
you
home and
being
read the Bible. I'm about to
self-disciplined.
get on my Bible tip, man, right now, for real, for real.
Yeah, you feel me, bro? I listen to the word based, like I listen to different people. I listen to a lot, and man, it's a beautiful walk. Life is a beautiful walk, a great learning experience, great entry into the great exit, bro. And what you talking about is real. That's why I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
bro, that shit real. What you talking about is real, bro.
yeah, yeah. Look, I was watching
Pray
a
on it.
video with I was watching a
Pray
video
for
with KRS
discernment. Well,
One.
you already got fine discernment, but pray for some discernment, strength to help you defeat this Jezebel spirit that's gonna overwhelm you. And you already know from the last caller, they go with fierce fire retaliate. So be
Right.
ready.
Hey, look, I
That's
be trying to get
coming.
away. Yeah, I be trying to get away. She be like, I'm gonna call my brother to come over here and fuck you up and boom, boom, boom. I'm like, man, me and your brother cool. She like, I don't care if I gotta pay him to
They don't
fight you,
care if you
nigga.
and your brother cool.
Yeah, right. I'm like, she said, I'll pay my brother to fight you. I'm like, damn, how you going? What kind of shit is that? That shit wicked, bro. It's a cold thing.
But I'll
Her
pay his
grandmother
ass.
worked.
That's
I be
all
wanting to
she
go to her
wrote.
grandmother's job, man, and be like, man, you like the wicked witch of the west.
That's wild, B. That's don't see you can't make them mad. You already know what's coming.
Yeah, the mama got so much control over her daughter, homie. She walked past us the other day and turned around and looked at her daughter in the eye on the most evilest shit in the world. I said, man, did you
Hmm.
see how your mama just looked at? She pure evil, and she said, I'm not evil, and walked away. I said, man, this is crazy, bro.
Well, thank you for the call. Call me back, brother. 702
For
Vegas
sure,
in
for
the
sure.
motherfucker. Thank you for the call. That man got a hell of a story, man. Coffee Kush. TV, you on the air. Man, my man got to get out of that fast, man. Mm, mm. And grandmothers, bunch of witches and warlocks everywhere. A whole block of them. A bunch of Beyonce worshippers, bunch of Kali worshippers, spiritual. Oh, you just gotta be a bad diva, a demon. That's what you is. That's what a diva is. Anyway, call me back 404. Call me back, Georgia. Oh my goodness, that's just terrible. Spiritual wickedness everywhere. All in the community, whole black community, fucked off. Coffee and Kush TV. Let me see. I'm gonna get me a burrito. We can talk about what if tonight, but I gotta play me some games though. I gotta play me some video games. Yeah, bro. 404, you on the air?
Hi, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, my my name is Cheyenne. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Chicago.
What's
How
happening?
are you?
I'm great.
Let me mute my TV. Hold on. All right, so here, I've been checking you out. I don't know what led me to you. Um, Maybe because when you seek knowledge, God leads you to knowledge. And I find your information in your streams very informative and enlightening. However, my brother, as a sister, we're right now talking about the Jezebel spirit. Um, I'm just wondering, like, do you all think? Because I'm noticing the Jezebel spirit is female, okay? Um, but isn't there characteristics of the Jezebel spirit in a man also? What do you think about that?
That's what I was talking about. I always say men and women.
Because right now, even tonight, you just mentioned Beyonce. I just mentioned like Beyonce and women and stuff like
That's
that.
right.
But
That's right.
Beyonce, Beyonce has a husband named Jay Z. And let me allude to what we're talking about today with the 39 children that's rescued. Even because I want to, like, connect everything. Like the world is ruled by men, and I'm not putting no one down. I'm just trying to,
How you know the
like,
world is
have.
ruled by men?
Well, the thing is, from the rulers and things, I'm talking about the rulers that we can see physically with our eyes from the beginning of time. Is like, you know,
Miss, the most
men
powerful
dominate
woman in
the
the
world.
world up until Donald Trump's reign, it was the Queen of England.
I appreciate that. So let me just stay on
What do
this.
you
I'm
mean,
noticing
voodoo
that when
doing?
I listen to you,
So that
it's
wasn't
like
true,
I
ma'am.
hear.
That wasn't true, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That
What are you
wasn't
saying?
true. The world is not ruled by men. It was ruled
Okay.
by the British monarchy, who was the biggest traffickers, drug dealing family in the world. With him.
All right. So what I'm trying to say was it's as I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it pointed out, sir. Um, most of the time, when I'm listening to you, like people are talking about females and how females hurt and hurt the men. And I don't
Miss,
see none of these women in your. I don't see none of the women speaking up as in a lie. And I'm gonna tell you, I do feel a misogynistic type of environment. But you won't know that unless a caller comes in and be real with you. I'm not gonna be disrespectful or nothing. Like I believe you should balance it because everyone it's not just a female spirit. And if you're trying to enlighten, you have to let the women also know. Again, let's allude back to these
I told
children.
them, I
See,
told
now
them,
you're
like
cutting me off.
Baphomet, like Kali, like like the rest of them. They're all interchangeable. They're not just female. They're also male.
All right, but
So
right now you all are talking about what women do.
that's right,
You're mentioning women,
cause I'm a
and we're the
man,
one
cause
who
I'm a
brings
man,
these
cause I'm
children
a
up.
man,
We're
baby. Come
single
on now.
mothers. Sir, let me please, sir, I called in so that you can hear my perspective.
You too
Now, that
masculine
caller
though.
that
You too
called in
masculine though. You
earlier,
gonna have, ma'am. You too masculine though. You gonna have to tone that down.
actually, I'm a feminine woman. I am a woman who knows how not to be intimidated because I have a voice.
I
And
don't play
you
it.
put a call there, sir. Okay. And so my point is, I'm trying to allude, like the lady talked earlier. I felt sorry for her. She was trying to talk about, she didn't just talk about her family. My point is, your thing, like 39 children rescued. A lot of the things that's going on, especially in our community, worldwide with these children missing, is male dominated leadership that's making these children become missing.
Miss, you
Okay.
already
Some women do
that
help
was not
out.
true. We already got you in a mistaken idea. That's not true, Miss. The Clinton
And
family and the rest of these women are going around trafficking all of these kids, and you sitting up here talking about male dominated. Listen, we're not here to play male versus female
male
games.
dash
There
dominated. I'm
is
not
a.
saying totally. And as
Are
far as the
you a?
black
Do you believe
community,
in
no,
Kali,
sir,
ma'am?
no. See,
Do
you
you
trying
believe
to no,
in
no, 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 no.
Kali, ma'am? Do
A
you
lot of
believe in Kali, ma'am?
men are bata boys.
Miss,
We don't even
I
have
don't
men
care
in the
about all that
community,
having men
sir.
in naked.
All
Listen,
right, and they're gay,
are
and you all talking
you
about women.
Miss?
Like you all need to step up and
Miss,
stop
that's
pointing
what I'm
at
stepping
women.
up
I'm
right
tired of
now. I got a
hearing it
question
on
for you.
every
I
forum.
got a question for
And
you,
every
Queen.
time we
I
speak,
got a
y'all
question for
block
you.
or and you won't listen.
I
The
got a
black
question.
community, I'm gonna talk
Are
about black community, y'all think it's funny. All right. I'm a widow.
Miss,
All right. I'm over 50 years old. I have
Miss,
3 sons. I have
Miss,
a great life. But when I keep coming online and hearing
Miss?
black men talk about Jezebel spirits and not the women just in their comments not saying nothing,
It's
that's not
okay,
fair.
Miss. Calm
We
down. Calm down. Listen.
do you know?
Do
Wait a
you
minute.
believe in Kali and Jezebel and Deans and stuff like
I
that?
believe
Let's
that
talk. Let's
spirits
dialect.
of all types are under the auspices in this earth realm,
So
sir.
talk to
Yes,
me.
I do.
So talk to me. So which one do you portray? Who are you?
I am God,
So which God
spirit of
are you?
holiness,
What
light,
which
which
God
I
are
am
you?
bold enough to come on here to tell you, brother, you got a lot of knowledge,
Which
but please balance it out, sir. Because
which
please,
God
women need to
are
be
you,
edified
ma'am?
also.
Ma'am.
But I'm sick
Which
of
God
every time
are
I
you?
come on, I'm feeling
Miss,
like,
Miss,
oh
Miss,
my God, how come no one's saying nothing?
Miss.
Men,
What God
men,
are you?
y'all sitting here, men are
Miss,
killing women every
Miss,
day.
what's your
And
problem?
saying nothing, y'all just talking about a male dominate, like a female is doing this,
Oh, look
and
at
it is
this one.
not fair.
Look at this one here.
So just like you, God gives us all things that we're supposed to
Look
do,
at this
sir.
one.
And I don't know what they're saying in the comments. Laugh out loud. She controlling. Bati. What? You know what? That's what I'm saying. But you know what? God listening to me right now. All these people in these comments go to bed. All that blasphemy. Just because I'm saying to you, sir, I listen to you. Okay, but I'm hearing that it's one-sided and it sounds misogynistic. And if you have a message, please stop making it just like it's Beyonce.
It is Beyonce. She's the queen bee.
But she has a husband too, sir.
So, but she's in that belief. He doesn't matter in that belief. He can be a
Well, where
sacrifice.
are
All
our
she
black
cares.
men at, sir? Why
I'm
are a
right
lot of
here.
these
I'm right
women
here.
are
But the
single in
problem
the black
is, you
community?
got to come
Why
out of
are
her.
all the women
You got
single
to come
where the
out of
men just
Kali
have sex
worship,
and leave
Miss.
these women?
Miss,
Where's our
you have
protection, sir?
to come out
Where's our
of
protection
East
and stuff like
East
that?
Indian mythology and satanic
We're not talking
worship.
about
That's
mythology
what
now.
you
I'm
have
talking
to.
about in the
You
black
have to
community.
come out
You're making it seem like a
of that.
woman's Jezebel spirit. No, we need you all men to step up and stop making excuses.
Ma'am,
Okay?
what you
That's what
talking
we
about,
need.
Miss? Calm down.
And again, I'm
What
in
are you
my
talking about?
50s, so my kids are
Oh my
grown.
goodness. So, do you believe in Kali, Miss?
Okay? I've already answered that, sir.
What'd you say?
I have already answered that to
Yes
you.
or no?
There are different spirits under the ram of this society and this auspices. There are
Okay,
different
so tell
ones.
me. So you believe in this stuff. So what's the problem? Tell me about it.
When I say I believe, like I understand that they are here. And I love the sister who called earlier to give us tools and how to fight it. And she tried to actually link us over to someone to get more information. So I'm not talking about that, sir.
You are
You're
a
trying
you see.
to get me off of
This
the
is something wrong with
subject.
you. This is wrong with you.
Yeah, I'm
This is what's
passionate,
wrong
just
with
like
you.
you're passionate. Maybe I should smoke some of the Kush. I don't
Maybe you
smoke
should.
Kush.
Maybe you should.
But I'm not going to do that because
Something's wrong
you're
with
right
you.
now chilling.
Something's
But you
wrong with
can't
you.
say something wrong with me because I love my females and I'm
Miss,
not out bashing females
Miss,
when
nobody
we the
knows who
ones
you are
who
for you to love.
raise your kids. Are you
Listen,
married? Have you
listen,
married your
listen,
woman?
sis.
Did you
You wanna
marry
have a
her?
dialect, or what do you want to do? I'm not here to argue with
No,
your
no,
little
no, 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 no.
Kali
Did you
spirit.
marry your woman
What
that
you
you
want to
had
do?
kids with?
What you want to do?
Most of y'all just breed women, leave them, and then talk about them after we
Excuse
lose our life for you all raising these kids.
You must be
You
a
don't want to hear
YouTuber
the
or something.
truth.
You must be a YouTuber or something.
What?
You must be a YouTuber or something. Something wrong with you.
Yeah, but you know what's wrong with me? I love my people. I love them.
So why are you talking about what people doing and you don't know everybody?
I'm
But
not talking
y'all
about
do.
what people do. I'm talking
Nobody
about what
talking
you're
about you. I was
doing.
trying to hear your little ignorant ass out.
And it's
I was
not
trying to go
fair,
there with your
sir.
little
When I make
Jezebel.
sure I
Y'all
edify
get
my
on
black
somewhere.
men,
Get on somewhere. I'm not here to debate no damn Jezebel spirit. Just caught up a man hater club trying to dignify and speak over and don't even know how to. I say, geez, woman. I've been on had 2, 3 husbands. That's the problem. They get to going. I love my women. Oh, I love my. You don't love nothing but yourself. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall. They start playing with our mind and shit. I'm almost 50 years old. Good. Good for you. I'm almost 50 years old. That's great for you. Mm. Mm-mm. I say, Miss, you a Jezebel? Oh, no, she don't want to talk about nothing. I'm just letting you know. These are Jezebel spirits. This is Kali's spirit. They know that I know it's one and the same. 916, you on the air.
This Big Two calling in.
What's up, Big Two?
All I'm
Talk
gonna
to me.
say, I rebuke that spirit that just called in.
That's right.
All us that's in the class, that's been to the university, that been at recess, all know the regulars know that if you don't call and get in front of class and give your testimony, it's not our fault. It's not the class fault that the women aren't speaking up about the Jezebel spirit and men that they've been around. It's not the class fault. And
Right.
all I'm going to say is it's on them to call, and she's not the teacher of the class, you know.
Right.
But I'm just going to rebuke that and move
She
on
just
to
wants she wants
last.
full control though. She wants full control. She wanted just like the typical Jezebel spirit these brothers was up here talking about. She want full control
Mhm.
of the dialect that she don't even control. It ain't even her. She just she want to loud mouth like I'm her husband in the living room or something. I ain't got time for that.
No, she said her husband passed. So my question is, how did he pass?
Yeah. Yeah. Since you
You
want to
know,
overrun my show, I don't believe. Listen, female get to telling me you 45, 50, your husband passed, and wasn't no drive by and shit. I got questions. I don't like
hmm,
that. Dead exes and stuff like I'm not into that.
that's scary. You
That's
know, even
scary.
though the Most High say have no fear, but it makes you think about things. You
That's
know, it
right.
makes you wonder.
If she can get
You
that
know,
man, she look like she'd kill me right through the TV.
or well, if you have hypertension, which we have most in our community from eating all that salt that they gave to us, and you getting stressed and having anxiety, that can
Mhm.
force you into cardiac arrest, and then they'll say, "Oh, that was natural death." You know, he died of natural cause. He had a heart attack.
He had
That
a
was
damn heart
uncommon.
attack,
But
furious. And while he croak
and
over
then
and die, that woman, that Jezebel spirit, smiling her ass off because she had the what's her name house and all that shit, gonna drove you the fuck crazy. That's why in Christ and stuff, you got
mhm,
to be disciplined and watch yourself and watch how you react to things. And that's what God taught me, just how to just be more like observant rather than emotionally tied to a narcissistic, Jezebelish, demonic as woman or man out there waving a gun or doing some dumb shit. It happens on both sides of the aisle, but we're talking on this level right now.
yeah, we are. And I want to back up a little bit from a little bit earlier. You know, about the snakes.
Go ahead.
All right. I went through an experience last night, and it wasn't me dreaming, and I actually physically got to see it. It was my daughter. She's 3 years old. You hear what I'm saying, kid?
Yeah.
And during that time, right after that happened, I sent you some scriptures. This two something almost 3 o'clock in the morning. But I was doing my work on the computer and I had some cartoons on. And my daughter kept trying to get on me and stuff like that. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm like, what's going on, mama? So I pushed the chair in, and let her climb on me a little bit. And next thing you know, I look up. She's looking and she's ducking. I'm like, okay, I know you have discernment to see. You know, you're young. You have the virgin. How can they call it? You're brand new into this world. So your intuition is pure.
Right.
And I know you have the sight. So I'm sitting there and she's ducking now. And I look up at the television. You know what I see? Just I see on the screen Beast Boy on Teen Titans, the green serpent snake. The snake is talking. Her legs are trembling. I said, "Oh well, hell no!"
On Teen
I cut
Titans.
off the teeth on Teen Titans. Okay, I cut it off immediately. I went and grabbed my Bible. I placed her hands on the Bible. I put I placed both my hands on top of the Bible, and I went straight to the scriptures. And I prayed. My daughter was wide awake before that. As soon as I prayed, bind it out, you know, I prayed for the whole area I stay in. You still there? You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. She's knocked out sleeping, resting. As soon as I bonded everything. And then after she went to sleep, I went got right back in my word and passed on the same scriptures to my wife. So you gotta have your armor because they come in and attacking all like I've been praying the whole life. So now they're trying to come through my
That's what the
children.
sister said earlier. She said she was actually teaching me. She said when you bound them, you're gonna have the best sleep of your life, and not knowing that these spirits been around, and we gotta release it. That's real. That's real. That's why I
Yeah.
love this channel because so much information from different sides of our men and women, disregarding of what the last caller said. They call in and participate, and I just love every bit of it.
And when she said that, it was how you call it? It came to sight. It came into sight. You know, it was like, oh my God, so you're giving me confirmation on what I did last night is actually what I felt in my heart, in my spirit about what was going on, you know? And she just gave confirmation on that. And yeah, they're gonna come all the time. And that was just another attack that we just had on us through the show, you know,
Yeah, of
channeling
course.
negative
And that
energy.
wasn't nothing but
You
another
know, that's
demon
why I
coming
called it
through.
a rebuke.
That's all that was.
Mm-hmm.
When we get on this level too, when we go here, exorcisms are bound to happen. The only thing I want to know is who are you? Once I realize she's a Kali worshiper, call her what she want. She's a thug. So okay, now I know how to address you. So you just want to you're like a martyr. You just one of them demons who just want to conquer. So
Yeah,
back in the hole you go.
exactly.
Back in the hole you go.
And trying to come in disguise as I'm this and I'm
As
that.
an angel of
All she
light.
want to do
Oh,
is
I'm
feel your
high.
form.
She tried to fix her voice. I heard it in her as soon as she fixed her voice. I said, here you go.
Yeah. And it's hurting to hear that sometimes, you know, but at the same time we know who you are now. We know how to identify you from 1,000 miles away. We
Yeah.
see you coming. You know, so all we got to do is stay prayed up and keep doing what we're doing.
Because she says
And
she
I
is
just,
God. That's what she firstly identify herself as.
yes, as God. She didn't say what God. She
Then
just
that's
said,
what I
I
want
am
to
God.
know. And then now she's Jezebel. Because they want us to worship them as God. I mean, I don't see you as God. I see you as the demon spirit that you is. They
You know,
want to be worshipped as gods. That's what they want. So
and
I'm
that's not the
God.
case.
Well, which God
We
is you
have
then?
come
Oh,
to
you's a
2020.
demon, Jezebel.
It's 2020, and it's been an unveiling, and we learning. And for that young lady who said that she had her problems with her family, I've hit a road stop too. I know where she's coming from, but at the same time, you still got to push forward and still reach for you, take care of yourself and your kids, because everybody can't go.
Because
You
everybody
know,
can't go.
losing
You got to push
losing in their
forward.
sin.
That's why I tell
Yeah,
people put
losing
your
in
side
sin.
blinders on because if and repent and stay prayed up and try to go to God, to the Word for answers. Just try
Yes.
your best to do that before you come up with your own conclusion.
Yeah, because
You know,
I know our genealogy and stuff like that. You know, our history only goes so far back. So how they gonna tell us anything about our genealogy without taking us overseas? You
really,
know what I'm saying? They always
really.
take us overseas. You know, they never tell us our roots about here. That's the hard thing. And like we have to go to our family members and stuff like that, the ones who still alive, the elders. And if they don't want to give it, just go to the Most High. That's all we can do. And those kids that's getting kidnapped and stuff, man, it's crazy. And the ones that's being rescued, it's a blessing. You
It's a
know,
blessing.
it's a blessing. And all we can do is continue to pray for our families, the ones that we're close to, and just keep on passing on the good word, because that's all we can do. Yeah. But that's what I want to call and touch bases with you, Kev. You know, I just want to chop it up. And
And we at war. We at war. Spiritual war, man. All day, all night, man. Good looking, Big Two.
all right, baby.
My man. Another beautiful day, another beautiful set of callers. Big Toot always calls in and finishes the show off just right. You know, I'm gonna get me a burrito. I'm gonna get me a burrito, charge my phone. Y'all wanna go to the Mexican stand with me? Go get a burrito real quick. Go to the Mexican stand. Go get a street burrito. Y'all wanna walk over there with me? Yeah, bro. A lot going on, you know. Give me some swishers at the same time. Yeah, I don't eat tortas or none of that. I just want a burrito. I don't eat none of that stuff. I want some soul food. With the sisters who know how to cook some soul food. Fuck all them tortas and all that. Yeah, bro, I want some macaroni and cheese and some cornbread and some sweet, what's that? Yams. I'm going to the South, man. Fuck all this shit, man. I gotta find some women who can cook good as hell. Good women too. I don't want no women turn into no snakes. You feel me, y'all? Yeah, well, motherfuckers start seeing dreams and shit. Nigga. That shit fucked me up, bro. Nigga just see a motherfucking snake, nigga, in your dream. Nigga, I promise you, look, the snake was a python, just like old girl said. That motherfucking head was like this big, bro. It was like this big, bro. So she said, when you open up your spiritual body, your spirit, the Holy Spirit, God is ass bagged the fuck up. You feel me? And the snake got on because he was about to devour me. Bag up. That's what I be thinking. Shit like that. Somebody got to help me out. Somebody got to help me out. I be thinking like that. Like it was about to devour me. But it wasn't, it didn't constrict around me. You feel me? It wasn't around me. Like I wasn't like caught up by the snake. It was just there. You know what I'm saying? And when I woke up, that motherfucker, well, woke up in the dream. The head had to be about, it was humongous. You feel me? But I wasn't afraid of it. I just looked at it like, I guess my spiritual self was like, you know what this is? That's how you know you got a soul. That's how you know you got a soul right there. You got a spirit. You got a soul right there. When your soul come and protect you spiritually. That's why these dudes be selling their soul. They be running for their life because they don't have no protection in them. It's not on you. It's in you. You can be covered by whatever you think you covered by, but it's not what? It's not on you. It's in you. You can be covered by anything you want to be covered by. But that don't make sense if it's in you and not on you. Those little shit like that, let me know. People don't even know what God they worship no more. They just talking with slogans sound good at TD Jake's church in Atlanta. Kev, bro. Y'all out here believing in slogans and shit. That's when I decided I quit. I don't want to believe in none of that stuff. But it is. Players fuck up though. But you know, we get right back. We get right back. You feel me? Support the road. Hey y'all. I'm about to travel America, bro. I'm finna get on a plane, on a train, on an automobile. I'm finna get to New York. I'm finna go to Texas. Then I'm gonna go, probably, I don't know, I'm gonna go somewhere. Arkansas, fucking Georgia, New York, just Virginia, go right around this bit. I ain't never been out of Cali. I'm finna take a trip. I'm finna take a trip. The snake saw you and said, man, this nigga on my mama L Bay. Bro, it was like, it just looked at me like, and just got on. You feel me? And you know what I did? I was just, my body just was like, yeah. And just went back to sleep. Like, yeah, nigga. That was weird. That was weird. You know? The other weird part of it is identifying the snake, like she said, in your physical. And when it manifests itself, when you see it. That's the crazy shit. We got to come back and do another What If show. We got to come back and do another show. You feel me? Shout out to the people who in my Cash App. Of course, all of my Cash App, all of my donation links is right below me. I am the most rejected YouTuber out here. What If Show, Coffee and Kush TV. Kev, you need to see other places and people. I am. What you talking about? I am. I am. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing right now. I got a new show coming called Cooking with Kev. Press 1. I got a new show called Cooking with Kev. And I'm gonna be going around testing a lot of food out here. So be ready for that. Got a new show called Cooking with Kev. And I'm not doing the cooking, but I might be. But I'll be doing the tasting. You feel me? I'll be doing the eating. That's for sure. Coffee and Kush TV. Make way for that. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go get me a burrito, man. I'm hungry. I'm starving. Eating with Kev? No, I'm not eating with no cooking with Kev. That sounds better. You the most respected and protected. Always driving. Shout out to you. You feel me? We get back to it. Maybe if no, I'm not coming back tonight. I'm going straight to the gamer channel. I'm not coming back tonight. You want to holler at me? Go over there. Coffee and Kush TV. Want to eat and drive trucks or fish, whatever I'm gonna do on that gamer channel. I might just play Assassin's Creed over there. Coffee and Kush TV. And as always,